One a two, one a two, one a two. Let's go, let's go. Mic check 1 2 doubles. Mic check 1 2. 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Doubles, we live? Are we live? Doubles, are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Doubles, we're live. Are we on all the socials?
Yes, we are.
All right, let's get it going, bro. Let's get ready to make some money. Doubles. Money, 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 money. Money. Woo, woo. I love that emote, bro. Doubles, don't you love this emote? Money, 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 money. Money. Everybody needs some money, 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 money. Money. Let's go, baby. Let's get that share party going on. Welcome to the weekend edition of Power Play. Yes, this is the bonus round. We're going to go and look at the watch list items, and I have a particular stock that I'm particularly watching that I'm going to share with you in a little bit. I'm going to share it with you, but we're going to go and review my watch list, and then we're going to go and take a look at some of the stocks that caught my eye. And we're going to be doing this for quite a while, so let's get a share party going on. This is another episode of Power Play, folks. Power Play. Power Play. So if you're new to the show, we usually have a Power Play show at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, where we get ready for Power Hour. But you know what? People have been asking for more content, so we said, why not? Why don't we do a Power Play show on Saturday to get ready for Monday and create a watch list for ourselves, and also go and take a look at some stocks that look interesting and talk about them and get some wins in Fortnite for the community, right, Doubles? Right? Get a win for the community, all that stuff, Doubles, all of that, right? We're going to be at it for a while, so buckle up, babies. Let's go. Let's go. Get a like party going on, like everything up, share it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money. It's important to subscribe and like the stream and share it because it helps the stream grow, and we'll be able to put out more and more content just like we're doing right now. I know that if you're watching this on a Saturday, that means you guys are willing to put in the extra work to learn and educate yourself and make sure that you get that money, 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 money. Money on Monday. Monday should be Money Mondays, right? Money Mondays, right? They say rainy Mondays. What's that song? Monday. No, it should be Money Monday. Money Monday. Let's get that share party going on, and we're going to start off with a couple of stonks that we're looking at. Let's get to the first 100. Let's share it up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Coach Nick Money. Bobo Beebs is in the house. Lima, Charlie, Roger that, baby. Let's go, Bobo Beebs. Now it's a party. What's up, my brother? How are you? How are you? Awesome. All right. We're going to be on for a while, folks. We're going to go over a lot of stocks. We're going to go over a lot of educational content, and we're going to have fun. We're going to get dubs. And in addition to that, I feel ornery today. I'm going to be ornery when we play the Fortnite portion of the show, Doubles. I feel like a lot of dubifications for the community. It's what we need to do. It's what we got to do. Let's get that share party going on. Make sure that you're also following us on x.com, a.k.a. Twitter, at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Financial news constantly popping off. Constantly, doubles, constantly, right? Right. Okay. Right. So we got financial news 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on x.com. In addition to that, Monday through Friday, pre-market, regular hours, and after hours, right? Monday through Friday, regular hours, pre-market, and after hours, everything and anything having to do with small cap stocks and micro cap stocks, whether it's technical analysis, news, filings, all that good jazz, bro. All of that, bro. So go ahead and follow us on x.com at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money, and we're also on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, as well as Twitch at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money, and we're also on TikTok at DBL Nicks. DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. And of course, we also have a 4-day trial for our Discord community that you can take advantage of. And on the left side of the screen, we're actually sharing with you the 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week news feed that we use to do research on stocks that are either running or that might run or that we're particularly interested in. Okay, so you also will have access to that. And of course, you'll have access to our custom scanners. For example, this is the custom scanners that you're used to watching on the stream. You're used to watching the custom scanners Monday through Friday if you watch our shows on a regular basis. But this is the newsroom right now, and this is what we're going to be utilizing for the weekend. So yeah. All right, so that's what the story is. So that's what's going on with that. Go ahead and click the link in the description and in the pinned comment. Take advantage of your 4-day trial and let us know that you saw us on the stream. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get the first 100 folks in here, and we're going to take a look at a couple of stocks. Let's start off with HIMS and HERS, Health Inc. HIMS and HERS, Health. Yes, let's take a look at HIMS and HERS. All right, HIMS and HERS. HIMS ran up, and it's on our Monday watch list. It's on our Monday watch list. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, hold on. Somebody calling me. I'll call you back. There we go. I call you back, bro. I call you back. I don't know. It didn't take it. Whatever. It don't matter none. I'm streaming. Anyway, so HIMS and HERS ran parabolic in the after hours. We can see that it really took off quite a bit. So let's go ahead and run a search on our newsroom and see what was making it run. Let's see if we got some news on it. Let's see. Is there some news that made HIMS a run? Where is it? Let me at it, I tell you. Let me at it. Is there any news on it? I got to put a dollar sign in front of it. That's right. HIMS. Let's go. All right, there we go. We got any news on it? I think it had like earnings, right? It had earnings. I think it was earnings. I don't know. Can't find the news on it right now, but it looks like it was earnings. Anywho, it went parabolic. It ran up 40%. We're looking at it right now. This is the 5-minute chart. Let's put it on a 1-minute chart so that we can get a better vibe of what's actually going on. So when we're looking at the 1-minute chart, let me break down what some of this information is so that you guys have it and understand what we're looking at. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about how I approach these stocks and why I approach them the way I do. Okay, so what I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to find a bunch of confluences. That's a fancy word that you might hear when you're listening to anyone discussing trading, but I'm going to break it down and make it very self-explanatory and easy to understand. Okay, confluence basically means that you're basically acting like Sherlock Holmes and you're looking for information to determine whether or not there's any particular proof that would validate that a stock is going to go in the direction that you want it to go. So if you're going long and you're trying to see if HIMS is going to keep going, you want to make sure that that's in fact what's going on, right? So you're going to take a look at the information and determine if all the information you have is leaning towards it's going to move up, down, or consolidate. So what we have right now, if I get the graffiti pencil activated on HIMS, is we have a consolidation type of situation after the stock ran. So what we had is an explosive breakout, which is right over here. Let's go ahead and change this to yellow, make it a little bit brighter, make it a little bit bigger, right? And you can see it broke out. And then after that, what happened is it lost momentum. There was fatigue. You could see that the RSI, the relative strength index, went into the overbought area, significantly into the overbought area. And then there was that consolidation, and then momentum started to drop. And now what you have is you have a sideways consolidation of the price action. So if we go ahead and get the parallel lines, we'll be able to show that there is this region right over here that is basically a region of consolidation. Some people want to call this the supply zone, if you will, right? Supply zone, which basically means it's an area where most likely than not, the sellers are going to take over and start selling off on their positions, You know what I'm talking about? Doubles. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Doubles. You know what I'm talking about? So that's basically where you're at right now. And you can actually see that the price action is starting to pull downward over here. Let's get a share party. Let's get the first 100 folks in here. I know it's Saturday. I know, but you know what? Money does not sleep, bro. Money does not sleep, bro. So here's what's going on with HIMS. The news that came out on uh, on March 6th, Friday. It came out late on Friday. Okay, came out around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. HIMS was being sued by Novo Nordisk. Okay, which is a huge pharmaceutical company. Okay, and it turns out that their legal battle ended. Okay, with a surprise weight loss drug deal. So they cut a weight loss drug deal on top of that. Let's take a look at what the deal is. Go ahead and click it. Click it good. Okay, so basically the news on HIMS was the following, and this came out on Friday evening. Okay, the announcement regarding the new partnership is expected as soon as Monday. Okay, Bloomberg reported on Friday, citing a person familiar with the matter. Last month, Novo Nordisk sued HIMS and hers after the latter began marketing a compounded version of its new weight loss pill. The company alleged patent violations, citing the ingredient used in Wegovy, which is the Novo Nordisk medication. So for people that don't know what Wegovy is, it's kind of like in the same, I don't know if it's in the same category, but it competes against things like Ozempic and I guess Trulicity and what's the other one, Manjaro and all that other stuff, right? It's supposed to help you. I think they started out as insulin medications or diabetes medications, but then they found that it makes you lose weight, so people are using it to lose weight, right? In 2025, Novo Nordisk and HIMS and hers also announced a partnership, but the drug maker ended the agreement abruptly after the platform declined to stop promoting the compound versions of the drug. So what happened is they're entering into conversations with the companies that can help improve patent access to FDA-approved medicines for people living with chronic diseases. These talks happened on an ongoing basis. So basically, HIMS cut a deal with Novo Nordisk on its weight loss medication. That's the catalyst, and it was a pretty strong catalyst because HIMS moved pretty aggressively. Let's take a look at what the float and volume is. It's up as of the close on Friday. It's up 40%. 40%. The float on this stock is 184 million shares. So it's a heavy floated stock, and 21 million shares is actually what exchanged hands on Friday. So it moved on very light volume. So a pullback would not surprise me, but because of the nature of the news, maybe this stock might have a second round to run with. So we'll see what happens with it. But there's a couple of things that are concerning with the chart. So let's take a look at some of the things that are concerning with the chart. Number one, let's get that share party. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100. Let's share it up. The first thing that I'm seeing is that there's a really big gap between the 9 EMA, which is the 9 exponential moving average, and the volume weighted average. Okay, so since today is Saturday and we don't have real-time data coming in, I'm going to take my time and really go into the way I look at these stocks more in depth, because during the week when we're doing the regular power hour, there's stocks that are popping off, and we got to get that information out quickly because we know that people are interested in what's going parabolic and what's moving, right? Okay, so right now, it's Saturday, and we're reviewing stocks that potentially could make a move on Monday. So we have time, and the market's closed. So I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on strategy in addition to the news. That's why we're giving you access to our news feature right over here. The news feature right over here, which is from our private Discord community. Our private Discord community gets multiple tools. As you probably already know, they get access to all the custom-made scanners. But in addition to that, we have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, access to the financial news of the stocks that are potentially of interest, okay? So you have that so that you could check on what the catalysts are, right? So rather than saying, oh my gosh, HIMS just ran up 40%, wow, and if you're just relying on just the technical analysis, yeah, the 9 EMA was above the VWAP and it's stacked tightly, blah, 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 but you don't necessarily know why. Now you know the why. They're cutting a deal with Novo Nordisk, on their weight loss drugs, and they're ending a lawsuit, which is a pretty big catalyst. And that's why even a large cap stock like HIMS can move 40%. Now, that being said, it moved on very light volume. This news did come out very late on Monday. Okay, I'm sorry, very late on Friday. Came out at 8 o'clock on Friday. So there might very well be an additional run with the stock. But my thoughts are that it kind of peaked over here, right? So it might very well pull back down before it keeps moving. The last candle was red, and you could see that the RSI is very, very much in the overbought area. So a pullback could very well be in place for the stock before it actually moves. So let's take a look at it from a different perspective. Let's go ahead and use the Fibonacci retracement. Why the Fibonacci retracement? Because people use it. That's why, okay? That's what makes these indicators so powerful. Don't buy into the hype that a lot of people tell you, oh, just going to use the VWAP, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're limiting yourself, okay? You are competing against algorithms and institutional trading organizations. So by you only using volume weighted average or just using hype that you're hearing about a stock, you're going to potentially end up hurting yourself because, quite frankly, the algorithms are using artificial intelligence to tweak out what they're doing, right? So you want to get as much information as possible. And for example, we now know that the news was the deal that they're cutting with Novo Nordisk, and that the fact that the lawsuit has been canceled, and it has to do with the weight loss drug that is related to Wegovy. Okay, that's important because, you know, there's a lot of hype behind those weight loss medications that were originally used for diabetes treatment, okay? But then we have to look a little bit deeper. The price action moved up very aggressively. Our private Discord scanner shows us that this particular stock is a heavy floated stock, well over 150 million shares of float, very much so. And we know that it moved on very light volume, 20 million shares on Friday evening. Now, because the news came out late Friday evening, that tells me that there's a certain possibility that this could continue to run. And the HIMS brand, the HIMS stock, has a tendency of being perceived as a meme type of style stock. So I could very well see that this could potentially keep moving in an upward trajectory. But when you look at the chart, you could see that the 9 exponential moving average, the 9 EMA, is very, very far apart from the volume weighted average. Let's go ahead and draw a line so you could see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go ahead and I've never used this arrow thing, but let's check it out. Right here, look at that. Okay, big separation. Big separation. Look at that. Okay, you can see it. I don't like the color of that thing. Let's try a different thing. Let's do purple. No, that doesn't stand out. Let's use, I don't know, this one. No, that doesn't stand out. Doubles. Oh, wow. It's not standing out. I'm going to just use yellow. Forget about orange. Orange, baby. Orange doesn't really stand out, bro. It's got to be yellow, bro. Let's just leave it as yellow. Okay, so you could see that there's a big separation between the 9 EMA, which is the 9 exponential moving average, and the volume weighted average. So let's talk about this for a second, okay? Let's get a share party. We're almost to 100. Let's get to 200. Look, we're going to be on for a while. Get your coffee ready, okay? We're going to spend time. I'm going to share a lot of educational stuff. Yeah, we're going to play Fortnite. We're going to get dubs for the community. But this is a Saturday session getting ready for Monday, and I'm going to be shooting out a lot of educational stuff because now we got time, right? I don't have to worry about looking at the stocks, trading the stocks, sharing what I think is going to move with my Discord, blah, 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 blah. I could actually talk to you and spend time a little bit more in depth. So if you have questions, now's the time to do it. Put it in the chat because I got a lot of time and I'm spending it with my folks, the Indelible Tribe. Let's go, baby. I'm going to have some coffee doubles, right? Yeah. Okay, so what we see here is that the 9 exponential moving average is significantly extended quite a bit from the volume weighted average. In fact, you could see that the 9 EMA is at almost $22, whereas the volume weighted average is way down here at around $17 and change. That's a huge gap. That means that the price is very, very extended. Okay, now what do I mean by that? Real simple. Let's understand the difference between the moving averages. I've explained this before, but for people that are new, let's get a share party. Let's get to the 200 folks. We're at 108 right now. Let's get to 200 folks, and I'm going to break this down to you, okay? Let's go through this, okay? Let me get rid of the Fibonacci for a second, okay? Let's get rid of the Fibonacci for a second, doubles, okay? I'm going to get rid of it. All right, so we have some area to write on. Okay, so let me get the brush over here. Let me write this down. Okay, so to understand an EMA, let's change the color to yellow, right? An EMA, I'm going to first explain what an SMA is. This is an exponential moving average, but we're going to first explain the SMA, okay? SMA, a simple moving average, okay? So what is a simple moving average? It's pretty simple, no pun intended. But basically what it is you take the number. So let's say, for example, the number is a 9 simple moving average, right? A 9 simple moving average. You go from the last candle and you count the last 9 candles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. You add them up, right? And that is your numerator, the top number. Okay. And then your denominator is the 9. Okay. And where did we get the 9 SMA? Well, we just selected that as the SMA that we want to use, okay? So for argument's sake, if we say that, let me go and erase this a little bit, all right? Let me see if it lets me erase it. All right. What are we doing over here? What's going on, man? There we go. So let's say, for example, the last 9 candles, and I'm just using this as an example, are $1 a piece, right? So it would basically be something like this, okay? 1 plus 1. And let's say every single candle is $1, okay? That's not usually what happens. The price action moves up and down, but I'm trying to keep this simple, right? And what ends up happening is you basically go 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 9 times, right? So every candle is $1 for this example, just to keep it simple. I know that the price action moves a lot more than that. I know that, right? But I'm just trying to keep it simple for example purposes. So it would basically be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 9 times, right? And then you would give an equal sign to it, and that would come out to $9, right? So it would be $9 over 9, the SMA number 9, which basically means that your simple moving average is, in this example, $1. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. Do we understand that so far? We do, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. Let's erase this for a second, okay? Now, the exponential moving average is very similar to the simple moving average, but the difference is, okay, the difference is that the exponential moving average puts more weight on these last candles. So there's a factor that they factor in that put more weight into the exponential moving average. Now, why would that be, guys? Think about this. Let's get a share party with 152 people. Let's get to 200. Let's get to 300. Let's make this a hell of a day, all right? Because I'm going to spend a lot of time teaching, making some jokes, getting some dubs, and having a good time with my tribes, yo. Right? Doubles, you ready to hang out with our tribe, bro? Yes. Absolutely. All right, so let's get a share party going on. We're also going to talk about PRSO, which ran parabolic on Friday as well. Okay, it ran parabolic on Drone Technology News. Yo, Gringo, what's up? Oh, he wants us to talk about Turb. All right, brother. I'll do Turb right after I finish explaining the exponential moving average. Okay, so the exponential moving average is very, very similar to the simple moving average. And again, you select the factor that you want. So let's keep it consistent and go with a 9 exponential moving average. What you would do is you would start with the last candle and you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and these Gringo's laughing. These 9 candles would constitute the values of these 9 candles would constitute your numerator in the formula, right? And your denominator, once again, would be the 9. Okay, now you could have a 9 EMA, you could have a 13 EMA, you could have a 2 EMA, a 5 EMA, but I like to use the 9 EMA because it tends to travel very closely with the price action, and you could see it here on the HIMS example. And because I like to day trade, I'm more concerned of what's happening with the latest price action. So the EMA to me is much more important than the SMA. The simple moving average takes the actual moving average of the last 9 candles in the 9 SMA, let's say, okay? Whereas the 9 EMA takes the average of the 9 candles, but puts an added weight to the latest candles, which makes more sense for me as a day trader because I'm more concerned about what's happening right now. Is the price action going up right now? Is the price action going down right now? Okay, so that's why I prefer the exponential moving average rather than the simple moving average. But now we understand how it works. So we would add up the 9 candles, the values of the 9 candles, and that would then be added up and then divided by 9 and gives us the actual. And then there's a weighted amount on the last few candles, which gives us a much more accurate picture of where the price action is going right now. So that's what the EMA is. Now let's talk about the volume weighted average. Let's erase this, okay, so that we could talk about the volume weighted average. So which is explained as the VWAP, okay? It stands for volume weighted average, okay? And it's different, okay? Because here's the thing. These candles are telling you where the price action ended, but each candle does not tell you how many shares actually traded at that price point. So for example, this candle right over here is at around $22.14, but you don't know how many actual shares traded at that price point. The VWAP takes into consideration not just the closing price, but more importantly, how many shares traded at that particular price. So it's going to have a much larger numerator, and the denominator is going to be way larger than the 9 EMA. So even the denominator is going to be larger. So what's going to end up happening is it's going to be much more difficult for this moving average, because the VWAP is a moving average, to move as quickly as the volume weighted, as the 9 EMA, right? So now, how do we use this strategically? We're at 176 viewers. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 200, 300. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. We're open for school, baby. Let's go. It's not even Sunday school. It's Saturday school. Let's go, baby. Man, that coffee doubles. You crushed it, bro. All right, so the volume weighted average is basing its information on a much bigger pool of data over a longer period of time, and basing it on the volume of shares, not just the closing price of the candles. So as a result, you're going to have bigger numbers, which means that the VWAP is going to move slower than the 9 EMA. So if there's a bullish movement, the 9 EMA is going to start moving a lot faster than the volume weighted average, which is exactly what we have with HIMS. Okay, HIMS is a large cap stock. It's moving on light volume, but it's moving on the fact that it cut a deal with Novo Nordisk, which was suing them over their Wegovy style type of weight loss medication. That lawsuit ended, but not only did it end, they cut a deal with each other. They're cutting a deal so that the HIMS can, basically keep distributing the drugs with the approval of Novo Nordisk. So they cut a deal. That's a pretty bullish signal. Unfortunately, the stock has well over 150 million shares. But even with that, because it's a meme type of style of stock, it's up 40% right now. So when the news dropped, right? When the news dropped, and you could see it right over here, it dropped military time. I hate military time, bro. Around 7:30. 7:30 p.m. yesterday, Friday, the stock started to really move aggressively upward, okay? And the 9 EMA started to move above the volume weighted average, okay? Now, what you typically want to see when you're looking to trade a stock is you want to see that the 9 EMA is stacked above the VWAP because it's a shorter wavelength moving average, and you want it to be towards the top because that signals that the movement is a bullish type of movement. The VWAP on the bottom, okay, you want it on the bottom because it's a longer wavelength type of a moving average. So think of it this way, okay? The 9 EMA, let's say it's a hose. It's a short hose, and you turn the water on, and it starts flapping upward because the surge of volume of water is pushing the hose upward. It's going to move up really high. Okay. But if you have a much, much longer hose and you turn the water on, it's not going to flap up as much. It's going to take a lot more time for that hose to move up because it will need more volume to affect its movement up. This is exactly what happens with the 9 EMA in relation to the volume weighted average. Now, what ultimately ends up happening is that if you do have a parabolic move like what we're seeing right now with HIMS, the price action moves up, right? So let's go ahead and show that. There's the burst. The news came out 7:30, 8 o'clock, right? After hours was still open. You have a burst. And then what ends up ultimately happening, the buyers start to lose control of the movement, right? And sellers start to sell off. And that's what we have right now. We have a situation where the buyers have lost momentum. There was a sell-off, but now there's a stabilization over here. And now you have a consolidation in the price action. And that is because it's pretty strong news that came out. The scary part about it is, though, that this is a large float stock. So it could very easily reverse one way or another at the drop of a hat because it's going to take a tremendous amount of volume to keep pushing the price action up. When you see that the 9 EMA is so extended from the volume weighted average, most likely than not, the price is going to start to come back down. Let me show you an example of that with PRSO, which ran parabolic yesterday on drone technology news, right? Which again, that's a big thing because of all the stuff that's going on in the Middle East, oil and military stuff, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this particular stock. You can see here's the 9 EMA, right? 9 EMA, and the price action is very much above the VWAP, right? So take a look at this 9 EMA, a lot of bullish activity, and it gets really extended. All right, let's narrow this down a little so you can see it a little bit more, right? It gets extended, right? And it starts pulling back down to VWAP. It gets more tightly bound. It moves back up, and then it starts coming back down again, right? So that's a very common type of situation. Let's go back to HIMS. All right, let's go back to HIMS, right? All right, we're back to HIMS. We're back to it. We're back to it. All right, so you could see that this consolidation is occurring, and you could see that the 9 EMA is very, very much extended from the VWAP. We could see that the last candle was red, and we can also see that the RSI is very much in the overbought area, So a pullback would definitely not be out of the question with this stock because it is very extended. The news is powerful. The float is heavy. Okay, so there's a very good chance that this will still continue to move upward at some point, but my concern is that it's super extended. So the next thing I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll take a look at my Fibonacci retracement, and I'll go ahead and do a Fibonacci retracement, which will give me a clearer idea of what levels of resistance and support exist. And we can see that the price action right now is holding at the Fibonacci at around $21.69. The next resistance area would be right around where the price left off, 22.25, 22.50, if you will, and then up here at $23. These are all psychological levels. $23 and $22.50 are psychological neat levels that people generally will sell off on or buy on. Okay. Another support area, if this support area fails, would be right down at around $20.60, $20.50. Again, another psychological area. Okay, so that's the story with this stock. It looks like it has the potential to keep moving. It's a heavy floated stock. Sudden drops in price action would probably be in order because of the fact that it's a heavy floated stock, even though it has a pretty strong news type of a situation. It's extended. Looks like it needs to pull back. RSI is overheated, and the last candle before the close was a big red candle. This is all on the 1 minute, and if we go to the 5 minute, we look for confluence information, which is basically a fancy way of saying we're going to act like Sherlock Holmes, right? And we're going to look for data to see if there's any information that tells us that the price action is looking to move downward. And you could see even here, the 9 EMA is very much extended from the volume weighted average. And on top of that, on the 5 minute chart, not only is the 9 EMA way extended above the VWAP, but the price action itself is way more extended above the 9 EMA. Okay, so it is very extended and definitely needs to pull back. RSI is also very much in the overbought area as well. So that being said, all of this information tells me that there's a good chance that this is going to pull back before it potentially rips, if it potentially rips. So I would be waiting personally to see if it's going to hold up or pull back. And if it does pull back, does it hold a level and will it kick back up? Again, you've got to do your own due diligence, right? Because no matter what other people tell you, you got to learn. Okay. I'm not a financial advisor. You see that it says not financial stock advice, okay? People that tell you this is simple, this is easy, that's baloney, okay? It's not simple, it's not easy, but it's also not rocket science, and it's very much something that people can learn. The average person can learn. It's a fantastic way, once you become good at it, to supplement your income or potentially become your new career, but you have to become good at it. And most people actually fail at trading because they don't take the time to educate themselves, and in many instances they're misguided by a lot of phony baloney information that's out there. It's not their fault, okay? It's just very hard to find actual information that's valid out there. All right, so hopefully this is helping you out. Let's get a share party. We got over 219 folks right now. Let's go ahead and get to 300, and let's take a look at some more stocks, and then we'll go ahead and get a dub for the community. Let's take a look at TURB, TURB. TURB doubles, TURB, cha-cha, TURB, cha-cha. Turby, 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 turby. And we're doing that for El Gringo. El Gringo on the YouTube, baby. Turb, baby. All right, so it closed up almost 9% at the close of the market on Friday. No, take it back. It closed up 32%. 32%. Okay, Turbo Energy is a energy stock. Bobo Beep says, I feel smarter already. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And if you got questions, put it in the chat, man. Listen, I got time now, man. I got time. Let's do this. All right. All right. So we're looking at Turbo Energy. All right. So let's talk about this, okay? You've got tensions in the Middle East. You got a war or a military action, whatever you want to call it, in the Middle East, okay? So what happens? There are certain sectors that are more likely to start running, specifically oil, right? So today, oil prices went up. A barrel of oil is now well over $90. I think it's like $91, $92, $93, okay? Before the war, I'm just going to call it the Middle East situation arose, okay? Because I'm not really sure what it is, okay? The Middle East situation arose. Before it arose, okay, oil was at about $70 a gallon, okay? It has now shot up to over $90 a gallon, okay? So that has a certain impact on stocks. Specifically, if a stock is an oil or energy based stock, that stock may very well move upward, even though the individual company itself does not have any actual news to make it go up. Okay. Now, I don't know if Turb has news or doesn't have news. I'm not sure, but we're going to take a look and see if it does have news. Let's take a look at it. Okay. All right. So we're looking, and And Turb had something that came out at 1:39 p.m. on Friday. What's going on with Turbo Energy on Friday? That was an article. All right. Their shares are surging on Friday, standing out in a broader market downturn. The company's recent announcement about its innovative solutions to shield industrial operators from energy price shock has captured investor attention, especially as global energy markets remain volatile. This development comes as the broader market indices, including the Nasdaq and S&P 500, are experiencing declines, highlighting the stock's strong performance against a backdrop of general market pessimism. Right? So that's the story behind that. That's part of the article. Right? That's part of it. Right? So that's Turb. Right? Right? Here's the article. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. That ain't what we're looking for. Hold on. There we go. There's the article right here, right? This is the article that we're reading, okay? And the Turbo Energy, and again, this is all on our private Discord, right? This is all on our private Discord, okay? This is one of the features that you have access to all the news in the Discord, all the news for the stock market, and you could research it and get information about it, and you could click on the hyperlink and get actually even more specific information, float, volume, 52-week high, 52-week low, filings, and et cetera. All of that is available in the Discord. There's a link in the description. You'll also have access to, obviously, all of the other features that we have, including the custom scanners, but now you're actually seeing the news. Now, why is the news important? Because it's a potential catalyst and can justify the reason why the stock is moving up. So now let's take a look at some more information. Again, we're looking for confluence. We are basically Sherlock Holmes, and we're looking for confluence. So the first thing that we're going to look at is we're going to look at what the float and the volume is for the stock. Okay. The float on this, it's a low floater. It's 1 million shares. 1 million shares, low float. Okay. Bless you. And the volume was 24 million. So low floater, and it's up 32% on Friday. Okay. Low floater, up on news 32%. Okay. And the news again is Turbo Energy Sunbox Industry and Sunbox Industry Max systems, which integrate a large-scale battery storage with AI-driven software, are proving to be a game changer. These systems not only enhance solar plus storage capabilities, but also enable commercial and industrial operators to maintain robust operating margins despite fluctuating energy prices. This strategic protection is critical at a time when geopolitical tensions are causing significant volatility in oil and gas prices. The company's focus on renewable electrification and its ability to mitigate the impact of energy price shock on industrial earnings are pivotal. In particular, the company highlighted a $53 million industrial backlog representing 366 megawatts of projects and scheduled capacity across 10 manufacturing facilities in Spain. So this is interesting, but the question is, it's highlighting a 53 million industrial backlog, but is that their backlog or is that the industry? It's like an industrial backlog. So they're making it sound like it's their backlog, or the article makes it sound that way, but it's actually the industrial backlog. So this news, it's not that much news, okay? But in combination with the fact that it's a low float stock, and in combination with the fact that the oil companies and the electric companies and the utility companies are moving up because of what's going on in the Middle East, this is acting as a catalyst, and the stock itself has moved quite a bit since all this stuff has been going on. But what you notice is that the moves are quite choppy. Why? Because there's really not any substantial news backing this movement for this particular company. Right? Okay. I mean, the fact that the industry went up $53 million in backlog, what does that have to do with the company? What is the company doing? Right? But it was enough information to make the price go up. So that tells me I need to be careful with this, because there's not really strong news behind it other than the industry, and it's susceptible to sudden shocks. Right? So think of it this way. What if all of a sudden the military action ends, right? And, you're banking on a stock moving because it's an oil company stock or it's a utility stock. And all of a sudden, it's announced that a peace agreement has been signed, and all of a sudden, now all of this tension is no longer there. Now all of a sudden, you're going to have sudden drops in price. The other thing that'll happen is, as this price action goes up, most of these companies, if they're not doing well, and I don't know if Turb's doing well or not, but if they're not doing well, right, they're going to be basically selling internal shares as the price action goes up. So you see these sudden flushes. Okay, so that's a couple of things that we need to be concerned about stocks like this, right? And that's why I look at it as a situation where I want to be a sniper in these type of situations, and I want validation that the charts are working with me. So take a look at Verb a little more closely. The price action is trying to break through the volume weighted average. It formed what appears to be a cup and handle type of pattern, but you could see that there's a degree of failure right now with the 9 EMA and the price action dipping just below the VWAP. We could see that the RSI had moved up towards the overbought area and then sold off, and now is in a center line type of a situation. So you have a situation where the buyers and the sellers do not have control. There's no clear indication of buyers or sellers controlling this. So that's what's going on with Turb, right? That's the situation with Turb. And we need to see what the volume is going to be like next Monday, right? We could see right now that the volume candles are pretty low and the price action is moved on relatively low volume. So this is going to be a stock that we'll keep an eye on, simply because it does have some news, even if it's not great, strong news, and it's in an industry, i.e. energy, that is being affected by the geopolitical type of situations that are happening right now. Okay, but we need to see volume come in. We need to see this break out. And if we go ahead and create a Fibonacci retracement, we can have an idea of roughly where the price action is. I hope you guys are enjoying this, guys. If you are, share it up. Okay, put questions in the chat. Let's keep it going, right? Let's keep it going. And yeah. All right, so right now you can see that the price action is just below the Fibonacci 420. 420 for the memes. 420. All right, so we want to see the price action move up. My pleasure, gringo, my pleasure. All right, another support area would be at around 358, and resistance would be at 483. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, that's some information. But here's the thing that I need to see. I need to see this VWAP, this RSI start to curl upward, and I need to see the 9 EMA pull up and away from the VWAP. And more importantly, I want to see some volume candles to validate that this stock Turb will continue to move, baby, move. All right, all right, all right. Okay, let's go and get a dub for the community doubles, and then we'll go and take a look at some more stocks. Put your questions in the chat. Put it in the chat. Doubles. Put it in the, huh? MOBX asked for IBG, India Bravo Golf. Oh, he did. Okay, I didn't see that. Hold on. Oh, I did not see that. If you could take a look at IBG, it would be much appreciated. Yeah, absolutely, brother. I didn't see the message. Sorry about that. IBG, let's check it out. IBG, let's go and check it out. Let's search it on the news over here. IBG. Abagia. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So, what do we got? What do we got? We got anything on there? Let's see. IBG. We got news. Let's take a look at the news situation. Let's take a look at the news on IBG. Anything recent? February 24th is the last time they had some news, huh? Doubles, And I'm seeing something even later than that. I'm seeing February 11th right here. Look at this. So they had news, but it's not recent. It's well over a month ago. Shares are up on Wednesday. The company provided an update on its merger with Black Fuel Energy. Okay, so this is an energy stock company. Same type of situation as Turb, right? Let me read the article for you to see if the merger news is a rumor or if it's true. We have news that I'm showing you on the screen. So let me go and lower that a little bit right there. Why is an innovation beverage stock gaining today, right? And this was February 11th, this news, okay? So it says Innovation Beverage Corp. Limited ordinary shares IBG shares are up on Wednesday as the company provided an update on its merger with Block Fuel Energy. Block Fuel Energy. So this is news from a month ago. Per a press release dated September 23rd, Innovation Beverage signed a non-binding letter of intent to acquire Block Fuel Energy. So what that means, non-binding means that they don't really have to acquire it, right? You know, like a memorandum of intent, right? Or a letter of intent, okay? That's non-binding it's not, it's like an agreement to possibly go forward with the merger. So it's not a definite, right? And what they're going to do is they're going to do a reverse triangular merger, which we don't really need to get into that for the purposes of what we're looking at. Shifting IBG into an oil and gas powered Bitcoin mining data center play with Block Fuel owners set to control about 90% of the post deal company. So basically it appears to be potentially a reverse merger. The company looks like it was a beverage company, probably didn't do well, probably was a shell. Okay, and they're looking to probably do a reverse merger and get involved in fuel and Bitcoin. And these are some key phrases that get people all crazy, and can make stocks move. Okay, but it hasn't happened yet. Right? A fairness analysis pegged the combined entity equity value at roughly 220 to 343 million. So that's significant, with closing contingent on financing, due diligence, shareholders, regulatory approvals, and NASDAQ clearance. So they still have hurdles ahead of them. There hasn't been any news just yet on this particular stock that the merger is actually going to happen, but they are intending to try to have it happen. Today's Innovation Beverage said that the companies are on track to complete their merger in the first quarter of 2026, pending customary approvals. So it should be, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty soon. Okay. Integration planning is underway, focusing on building a vertical integrated platform that monetizes hydrocarbons through both conventional sales and channels and potential digital energy application. In addition, 10 wells are currently back in production, with 7 more expected to resume operations by the end of the month, significantly increasing actions. Block Fuel Energy anticipates completing its first oil and gas sales in February 2026. Okay. I don't see anything that says that happened, and we're already in March. Okay. Technical analysis. This was from a month ago. The stock was trading, blah, blah, blah. That's irrelevant at this point because it's old news. So let's take a look at what it looks like right now. Okay. Right now, we're waiting to see whether or not this merger actually happens. Okay. And it's supposed to happen in the first quarter of 2026. But these things could be postponed. And again, the agreement is non-binding, so this doesn't have to happen. Right. But what we have right now, if we get the Fibonacci retracement set up, we can take a look at key levels of support and resistance on this particular stock. Okay, and we could see that the 9 EMA is grossly underneath the volume weighted average. The volume weighted average is at about $6.18. And it is always going to be a significant resistance point. There was a big sell-off, okay? And now the stock price has kind of stabilized and is now in a consolidation mode below the volume weighted average. You could see that the RSI, the relative strength index, is neutral. So there is no clear sign from either the buyers or sellers that they're taking over. So you just have consolidation. You have lack of volume. Okay. And if we look at the share structure of IBG, okay, the float is very low. Go back. Yeah, it's right there. The float's very low. It's a micro float of 614,000 shares. So it's very, 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 very low float. And it actually had a lot of volume on Friday. It had almost 16 million shares of volume on Friday. So the price action pushed up, and then all of a sudden the price action came tumbling down. It seems to be stabilizing. It'll need some kind of a catalyst to keep moving upward. It is a low floater, so if it gets a decent catalyst, like for example, they're moving forward, with the merger, or the merger is scheduled to close on such and such a date, and something like that comes in, because it's such a low float, and if they do a press release, this could very easily push the price action up. But what we're looking for is, we want to see this 9 EMA, which again is a much shorter wavelength moving average, like we spoke about when we were talking about HIMS, to curl upward and break through the resistance first of the Fibonacci retracement at 588, and then secondly at the volume weighted average. The other thing we're going to be looking for is, we want to see volume candles start increasing in size, and also we want to see the relative strength index, the RSI, start moving upward towards the overbought area, which would give us a clear indication that the buyers are taking control. So IBG moving up on merger news. 25%, 25%, 25%. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's go ahead and get a share party. Let's get a share party. We're going to go and get a dub for the community. We're at almost 300. Let's get 420 for the memes. Let's go, baby. My pleasure, Bubble Beeps. Hope you make a ton of money with it, brother. Hope you make a lot of money. Money. Dude, emote time, bruh. Money. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Doubles. ATRA. Up in after hours, 52%. ATRA up 52% after hours, baby. Let's get that shit party going on. Let's get it going on. Let's get it. Doubles. Pepe Le Pew. Oh my gracious, bro. Oh my, bro. All right. Hold on. What's going on over here? What's going on here, bro? Let's go. Right there. Bam. Like that, bro. Is that it? Yeah, let's go. Bam. I'm going to need you to help me with the messages over here. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with this? Why am I not seeing the whole picture over here? Right, like that? I don't know. This right here? This? What? I want to move it over here.
Other way.
What other way?
The other way.
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. All right, listen, I got to play the game, bro. I don't know where you want to go when the volcano blows. Da-da-da-da-da, bro. Da-da-da-da-da-da, bro. Come on now. Let's land it. We had ATRA 52%. We also had a heavy float, QURE up 50% in after hours Friday. Heavy float. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna land, doubles. Somebody already landed? No. Don't land. Leave me alone, I tell you. Leave me alone, fella. Leave me alone, bruh. Brooches. Let's go, baby. I don't want no stinking balloons, bro. Give me a nice weaponry there. A nice weaponry right there. Give me something nice. Give me something good. Ow. Give me something good. Oh man, I messed up. Alright, let's get this. Man, I'm not loving these weapons, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. These weapons are kind of booty. Booty, bro. No bueno. You know what also moved on Friday? Mango Pharmaceuticals. MGRX. Mango Pharmaceuticals. MGRX. Up. 34%. 34%. 34%. Presenta. Right doubles. Presenta. What's this? What is this? What is this thing? What is that? Ooh-wee. 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 Let's get it. Let's get it done. All right. Ooh, what is that? An AR? Is that an AR? Is that an AR? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, bro. Let's get it done. You know what? You know what? I want to do that right there, bro. All right. I'm not loving these weapons, man. I need a shotgun, bro. I need a shotgun. You know, it's the weekend. All the kids are out. They're going to be sweaty. Sweaty ready, you know? But the coach is going to have to put a little bit of spank-a-lankin' on them, you know? You're going to have to do a little spank-a-lankin'. Right, doubles? You know what I'm talking about, right? Bruh. We'll have to do a little spank-a-lankin', bro. What is this? What is this? No, I don't want that. I want this. That's what I want right there. I want that right there. Where's my shotgun? Shut the gun. Shut the gun. Shut the gun. Right there, bro. You know what? I'm gonna rock the SMG. I'm just not feeling. You know, I'm not feeling it, bro. Right? I'm not feeling that. What do they call that? That AR? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Double COOT. Up 18%. Up 18%. Presenta. 18% in after hours. 18%. Presenta. Let's go, bro. Ooh, look at that. Oh, man. Oh, my. The storm is here. Oh, my gracious, doubles. The storm is here. Oh, no. No, Ooh, oh, wait a minute. This thing's happening. Look, bro. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Ooh, a jetpack up, bro? Really? Ooh, I feel so good, bro. Jetpack's here. I'm getting some looty loot, you know, bro? A little bit of looty loot, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Doubles. Ooh, look at this. Look at this lusciousness, bro. Ooh, lusciousness, bro. Ooh. Lusciousness, bro. Woo. All right. All right. I love the fact that you can get all this wood right away, bro. You know? I need some heals though. Where did I leave my heals? I don't know where I left my heals, bro. A little concerned about that, but it's okay because there is a bunch of slurps right here, doubles. You know? So I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not worried about nothing, bro. Well, I am a little bit, but it's okay. We're almost there, bro. Look, we're almost where we gotta be. Right? So we're good. Ah, there goes the med kit. There you go. Right? Ooh, look, a bunch of med kits, bro. Oh my gracious, bro. Right? What do you think, doubles? I'm just gonna mat up, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even care about the gold clip so much. I just want to mat up, bro. You know? This is like a great way to like get all your mats right away. You know? You feel me, doubles? Get my brick, bro. Okay. I don't want that. I don't want that. I do want that, though. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Somebody was here. Somebody was here, bro. All right, all right, all right. All right, let's get this. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it done, doubles. Let's get it done, bro. All right, all right, all right. Oh, look at this. Some lusciousness going on over here, doubles. Look at that. Ooh, look at that, doubles. We got ourselves a little. What is all this? What is all this nonsense, bro? Really, bro? Really, bro? Looks like they took everything. It looks like they took everything, doubles. Alright, it is what it is, right? Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get ready to rumble, doubles. I don't like the scar I got, bro. You know, it's a little. It's gray, bro. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where you wanna go when the volcano blows. Da 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 da. Oh, look, there's another medkit right here, doubles. You see it? CLPT went up 20% on Friday. CLPT 20%. Close on Friday. CLPT. Let's get that share party going on. How many folks we got in the stream right now? 383. Let's get 420 for the memes, y'all. 420 for the memes, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it done, y'all. Wow, look at this build over here, bro. What's going on over here? They're shooting each other. What's going on? Wow, look at these guys, man. They're redonkulous over here, bro. You know what? I don't want none of that. I just want to get myself into zone. Right, doubles? Get into zone. Let them fight each other. I'm going to get into zone, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not playing, bro. I'm going to win this. I got to win it for the available tribe, bro. I'm going to go way the heck over there, too, bro. Let's go, bro. What do you think, doubles? We're almost out of benzini, bro. Oh, there's a gas station right there, though, bro. Let's see if we can get to the gas station. Try to get to the refueling station. Wow, look at all this, bro. How about we take a new car? Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get it going. How many folks we got now, doubles? 408. Let's get that share party. Let's get 420 for the memes, y'all. Share it up, share it up, share it up. How about LSTA moving? Right? They moved 19% in after hours. 19%. LSTA. Somebody's shooting at the coach, bro. Look at this turkey roll right there, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, turkey roll. Turkey roll, turkey roll. Little tiny turkey roll. Oh, ooh, ooh, oh, I'm tumbling. I'm a tumbling, doubles. I'm a tumbling. I'm a tumbler. I'm a tumbler, bro. Oh, my gracious, bro. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Doubles. Double trouble, bro. Let's go. Did we just get a message, bro? Right, bro. Right, bro, right. Facts, bro. All right, we're gonna hang out over here, bro. We're gonna get ourselves situated over here a little bit. El Gringo's in the house, bro. El Gringo, baby. El Gringo. Coach, I love that on Fortnite you are a very fit woman. I am, bro. Bro, my hips don't lie. I'm gonna dance for you when I get in the lobby, bro. Not for you, but you know, doubles. Be quiet, man. I'm talking about the avatar, bro. Come on, I'm not making it weird. You're making it weird. I'm not making, bro. I am not making it weird, bro. I am not making it weird. I think I'm gonna take these guys out, bro. I feel like I should, bro. Oh, we got some enemies over here, bro. Yeah, I did, bro. All right, I did doubles. Oh no! Man. Oh man, come on, bro. Man, what the heck, bro? There we go. Now we're cooking with grease, bro. Oof. I hear gunfire, bro. I hear gunfire, bro. See if there's anybody in here, bro. Yo, it's this guy with this freaking thing again, bro. Mm-hmm. Where the hell are they? One person. It's down below. Doubles. All right. Let's get back to the stonks. Let's get back to the stonks, yo. El Gringo said, we're too funny. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get that share party going on. Let's get to the first 500. We're 495. Let's get to 600. And now I promised that I was going to tell you about a stock that I'm particularly looking at. So I'm going to do that afterwards. But let's take a look at PRSO. This stock ran parabolic on Friday. PRSO ran parabolic on news. And here's some key levels. I've kept all the drawings from yesterday, right? PRSO went up quite aggressively. Okay, it closed on Friday up 143%. 143% on drone technology news. Okay, 143% on drone technology news. And we're streaming live right now. Get in here. Get in here. Tell them, doubles. Tell them in the post to get in here. Let's get that share party. Let's go and get to 500, 600, 700, 700. Okay, so what happened? They got a contract for this technology that deals with drone technology. Obviously, this fits into that whole general philosophy of the Middle East type of crisis. In fact, I think the company, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the company is an Israeli company. Doubles, did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that? Yeah, I think it actually is an Israeli company. Okay. And here's the news right here on the Discord, so you could read it. Right, we could see that shares of PRSO. How about I just say PRSO? Shares of PRSO are surging Friday after the company's 60 gigahertz wave technology was selected for a next generation drone identification system. I'm pretty sure this is an Israeli company on top of all that, right? So this all has to do with military weapons, oil, military weapons, et cetera, that whole industry genre that's moving in the market right now because of the Middle East situation. Okay, so PRSO selected for Israel Drone Identification System. The drone identification system is for the Israeli military applications, a development that could have substantial implications for its market positioning and future revenue stream. This is a 9 million float stock, and to give you an idea, it had 366 million shares. This is all on Friday, so we had to put this on a watch list for Monday. It's a choppy stock. They tend to not hold the price very nicely, so its moves are not very clean. But that being said, the stock went up 151%. I think at one point it was up 165%. Okay, so being able to navigate that choppiness is going to be one of the key elements to whether or not this makes sense. But you could see that the price action moved quite significantly. It came off of a descending wedge bull reversal that we were talking about on Friday. So let me go get rid of that because that's old news, right? And what we have right now is we have the formation of what looks to be another bull pennant forming, right, for this particular stock. But again, very choppy. So it's not like it's moving very smoothly, but it did move quite a bit. So people say, oh, it moved 151%. Yeah, that's good if you caught it on the way up and your stop loss wasn't triggered, right? But if your stop loss was triggered, it don't matter none that it went up 151% because you got chopped out, right? So we don't want that to happen. So what are we looking at? We had put some key levels of support and resistance. The VWAP is here at about $1.69. The 9 EMA is currently at $1.98. We know that resistance is roughly at around the $2 mark. You can see that it rejected over here. It broke out and it went a little higher and rejected again, and then it rejected over here. So this $2 level, the psychological $2 level, is apparently a significant resistance area for the stock. All right. So it needs to be able to hold this general uptrend. But when we look at it again, when we look at the short wave band of the 9 EMA, we could see that it is significantly stretched out and away from where the volume weighted average is. But more importantly, we see that the price action itself is actually below the 9 EMA. It's not even above it. So we could see that the price action is pulling downward. And what this could be is it could be the makings of an irregular head and shoulders, the head being up here, a shoulder here, right? We could actually call it actually just a straight up head and shoulders, because the price action around $2 acts as a significant resistance area. So if we go ahead and get the graffiti pencil activated, we could say that this area right here is a shoulder, and this area over here is a shoulder, right? And this area over here is the head, right? And this could potentially be the makings of a pullback. And what we have as further confirmation is that the volume started to dip significantly, which makes sense. It was after hours and it had been running. So the volume dipping is not a surprise. And you're also seeing a general downtrend on the relative strength index. So the way we read that, let's go ahead and do that. We have this downtrend happening, right? The relative strength index, if the price action is moving up towards the upper band of it by the 70 mark or above it, it's generally a bullish signal. As it moves deeper and deeper above the 70 or towards the 70, the more oversold it becomes, the more likely that there's going to be a reversal, like over here, like over here, like over here. As the price action starts to dip downward, it becomes oversold, and hopefully buyers will step in and reverse the price trend. But right now it looks like it's pulling back down. Okay, so we'll see what happens on Monday. The market obviously opens pre-market at 4 o'clock, so all of this stuff we'll see what's going to happen, whether or not volume is actually going to come in on Monday at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But this is a pennant, but the price action is extended, and $2 is a significant resistance point. So $2 PRSO, resistance at the $2 level. PRSO, resistance at the $2 level. All right, and then I'm going to give you guys one more stock, MOBX, and then I'm going to go and try to get a dub for the community. And then when I come back, I'm going to go over a stock that I think might be a surpriser for us on Monday morning. All right, something that might be a little something. But let's take a look at MOBX. Okay, this is also another stock that is moving because of the geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. MOBX. Okay, now this is an interesting stock. MOBX is interesting because it came out with news right around when all of this stuff was going on. So if we take a look at the news, okay. It had news on on the 6th, but it also had news. The news on the 6th was nothing significant. The 5th is when the news was interesting. The company was trades was sharing higher on Thursday because the company received new production purchase orders for components for its used in Gulfstream. What the heck is it? Hold on. Components, Gulfstream aircraft component orders as production continues. Okay, so this is like military-oriented type of stuff, and they got an order, and that pushed the stock on Thursday, and then it continued again on Monday. But here's the thing with this stock. This stock has a heavy float. Okay, so a lot of people don't know that the float is 93 million on this. Okay, the session volume for yesterday was about 290 million. So that's a 3x movement, right? A 3x movement of volume to float. So it's not a lot of volume, right? Which makes the price action very choppy for the stock. And ultimately, it did go up another 14%. That's what it closed at on Friday. Okay. But my guess is that there might be more attention on it, and I'm going to really wait to see what the volume looks like on it. But what we need to see is this 9 EMA start to curl upward and break through the volume weighted average. So it needs to break the volume weighted average, folks. So MOBX needs to break above the VWAP at $1.09. Needs to break above the VWAP at $1.09. All right, let's see what's going on with this. Let's get a share party. Let's get some questions in here, and let's keep going with this, okay? So we got this going on over here. We want to see the 9 EMA curl upward. We want to see the RSI move upward, and obviously we want to see some volume coming in. Let's go get a share party going on, and let's go and get a dub for the community. While we're doing that, let's get to 600, 700, 700. Okie dokie. MGRX doubles. MGRX is also ran in the after hours, 34%. And it's a penny joint, 50 cent stock, 50 cent stock, 50 cent stock. Right, doubles? Right. So we'll go ahead and check a bunch of other stocks, and then we'll go over, after this game, we'll go over the stock that's of particular interest. Top Success says, you guys are great. Thank you, brothers. No, the community is off the hook. You guys are great. All right? We're all great. Let's freaking go, Top Success. Thank you, my brother. Much love. Much love.
It's like what John Wick's actor said. You're breathtaking.
Right? Doubles, where do I land, bro? Where do I land? I'm not landing over here because the bus is going right over. I don't know. Maybe I should, bro. I don't know. I could land right. I don't know. I do feel a little feisty, bro. I could always start again, right? I could always start again. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That coffee is delish, bro. It's delish, bro. Let's get that share party. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Right over here, doubles. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get her done, bro. Let's get her done. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Where are we? Where am I trying to go, bro? I don't see where I'm. Ah, there we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money. We got an enemy nearby, bro. Why did it do that? I didn't want to do that. Get out of here, bro. Stop stressing me, bro. Stop stressing me, bro. What the heck's wrong with what is wrong with this guy, bro? All aggro and whatnot. What the heck, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What's wrong with you, bro? Don't make me eliminate you. Cause I will, bro. I will eliminate you. I got the indelible pride watching, bro. What do you think? I'm gonna let you eliminate me with your little goofy candy cane outfit? Wait, no, it wasn't a candy cane. It was a sugar cane. What the heck do they call that thing? Christmas cookie? Cinnamon cookie? I don't know. Whatever the heck you is, bruh. Nah, bruh. Goofy. You crazy. You crazy, bruh. Oh, no! Ooh, almost fell and broke my spinal, bruh. Spinal. It's spinal. It's spinal. Everything is spinal. Ooh, yummy. Let's do that. Let's do that right there. Why not? Why not? Doubles. Double trouble. Let's go, baby. I feel hypersonic, bruh. Woo. Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Let's get it, bro. What is this? Nah, we don't want none of that, bro. We want some of this, bro. We want some of this lusciousness right here, bro. Luscious juice, bro. Yes, sir, bro. My weapons are a little bit booty right now. I'm not gonna lie. You know, my weapons are a little booty. Djibouti. Djibouti. Come on, man. Give me some good weapons, bro. Good weapon. Come on. What? Aw, man. Seriously, bro? Come on, bro. I don't want that, bro. Actually, I should probably take it, though. I don't even listen to this one, right? All right. You know what? Let's get rid of the med kit, and let's take the hunting rifle. Let's do it. What do we know? What do you know? What do you say? Come on, let's go. Let's start eliminating some folks, bruh. Look at this guy, man. He made me build all this stuff, bro. Can you imagine, bro? What the hell is wrong with this guy? Right? That guy was like a turkey roll, bro. He was a turkey roll, bro. Let's see. Anybody around? Anybody? Somebody want to play with the coach? Come on now. Come on. Let me give you a little spank-a-lankin', bro. You've been fresh, y'all. No, I can't break that. Come on, I need to break some brick. I need some brick, bro. Nobody, bro. I don't know. What the heck is that, bro? Look at that, bro. Look at that, bro. What happened over there? What happened over there? What's going on? Let's get that share party. We're at 6059. Let's get to 700. We got an enemy over here, doubles. We got an enemy over here, bruh. We got an enemy over here, bruh. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. You bother me, bro. You bother me, bro. You bother me, bro. You bother me, bro. Stop bothering me, bro. Yo, that dude bothered me, bro. What do you think, doubles? Right? That was annoying. Don't make me give you a little spank-a-lankin', because I will, y'all. I'll give it to you. Right, doubles? What do you think, doubles? What do you say, doubles? Interrupting my Madden? What's wrong with you, bro? Don't you have any manners? Ooh, anime, bro. Ooh, that hurt, bro. That hurt, bro. How did that feel, bro? How did that feel, bro? How did that feel, bro? Bro cheesa. Bro cheesa. Ooh. 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 Doubles. Ooh. Ooh, we got some more shooting over here, doubles. I feel honored, doubles. Doubles. You ready? Let's get a share party. Let's get to 700. Going for the dub for the community, bruh. Where they at, bro? Where they at, bro? Where are they at, bro? I don't see none. I hear it, but I don't. Ooh, down there, bro. Ooh. Ooh. There's more shooting over here, bro. There's so much lusciousness over here, bro. You know, doubles. There's so many places to play. Right? I don't hear the gunfire now, bro. Where they at? Where they at? Let me at them, doubles. Let me at them, doubles. Doubles. Q-U-R-E. 50% heavy float. Q-U-R-E. 50% at the close. Heavy float. Heavy float. Whoop, whoop. Q-U-R-E. Heavy float. 50%. Presenta. Doubles. Presenta. You know what I'm saying? Doubles. You know what I'm talking about? Weapons. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ooh. Doubles. Oh my gracious. I don't know. I feel like I should move around a little bit. I don't know. I'm getting a little bored. I don't see nobody. My mountain's been my mountain for a while now. You know, Doubles. It's been my mountain for a while now, Doubles. Maybe I should move a little bit. There ain't nobody around here. Let's move more center line, bro. Let's go and partake in festivities. Ooh, doubles. Doubles. Ooh, a jetpack, doubles. A jetpacker. Look, I love jetpackers, doubles. You know that. You know I love jetpacks, bro. Bro, I love jetpacks, bro. You know I love that. You know I love the jetpack. I love it. I don't just like it. I love it, Doubles. I love it. The jetpacker. Woo! Where are the enemies at, bro? Where are the freaking enemies at, bro? Where are they at? Right over here somewhere. I could have sworn I saw some shooting over here. Where? Right over there, bro. Right there. Gotta tap him a little bit. Show him some love, bro. Gotta show him some love, bro. Right? Show him a little bit of tapping love, bro. Right? Let's see some more shooting over here, Doubles. My gracious, bro. Where they at, bro? Right over here. Gunfire right there, bro. Way over there, bro. Let's see. Alright. What's going on, Doubles? Anything going on over here? Something over there. Lusciousness, Doubles. I got news for you, bro. I'm kind of like in the center. And I got height. You know what I'm saying, Doubles? I got height, bro. Got height. We got SCKT low floater, 17% close on Friday. SCKT 17% low floater. Low floater. Low floater. Look at this cat right there, bro. Look at that cat right there, bro. Let's keep moving. Uh-oh, we got an enemy right there, bro. Let's get out of here, bro. Ooh. Oh, victory royale like that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like that, bro. Like that, bro. It's Coaching Money. Da, 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 da. My hips don't lie, brother. They don't lie. Little salsa, bruh. Little salsa, bruh. Little salsa, bruh. For the indelible tribe, victory royale, bruh. I tell you, it's a lot different on Saturdays when I'm not concentrating heavy on the stonks. I can really get my juices flowing and get that victory royality, that victory royality for the community. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Folks, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money doubles.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Make sure you hit your notifications on, because Monday through Friday, 8:20 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, going into the open, pre-market into the open, my illustrious co-host, the one and only, the indelible one, DBL Nix in the house, a.k.a. The Rainmaker, is going to have his show, Microcap Mornings, with his co-host, the huntress of all things parabolic, bro. The Serengeti specialist with the bushy tail and the high weeds and the high trees, always searching for the next ABCD parabolic breakout, microcap breakout, cup and handle breakout, double bottom breakout, triple bottom breakout, the one, the only, DBO Moms. Let's go, man. We got the secret weapon. The secret weapon, the Serengeti specialist in the house, y'all. In the house, y'all. Folks, make sure you're also following us on x.com at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Twitch at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money. And we're on TikTok, Tiki-Taki, at DBL Nicks. At DBL Nicks. And the screen name is Coach Nick Money in La Casa. In La Casa, baby. Go ahead. Make sure you're doing all those things. If you have questions, put them in the chat. Let's get a share party. Let's get a share party. We're at 740 folks. 740 folks, doubles. Let's go for a little bit more, doubles. What do you think? A little bit more? Yes, should we go a little bit more? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Now I'm going to go over the stonk. The stonk that I was thinking about. That might be interesting for Monday. ATRA. Let's take a look at ATRA. ATRA. Let's take a look at that. ATRA. All right. So ATRA, Atara Biotherapeutics Inc. Now, this is not following the same storyline as oil or energy or weapons, drones. No. Okay, this is the old faithful, right? Biopharmaceutical stock. Okay, so it's a relatively low float stock, just under 6 million shares. Okay, and it only had 3 million in volume, but it closed doubles. It closed at around 60% up at the close of the day. It had news on March 4th, okay, March 4th, the chief accounting officer of the company disclosed on a Form 4 that he purchased shares at $5.08. Now, granted, it is up already $8 and change, right? It has formed a pattern, a bull pattern, and this amount is certainly much higher than where he bought his shares, right? So we need to see what happens. So he bought his shares at $5. What was it? That was $5 and what? $5.08. So let's put a graffiti pencil line over there. Let's put a graffiti pencil line over there. $5.08, right? About over how? About right over there. Right there, doubles, right there. All right, let's make it purple. So I mean, it's certainly risky because he purchased at 508, but the price action squeezed up, and maybe there's a catalyst coming up, and that's why he's buying in. We don't know. Mere speculation. We're going to need to see whether or not the price action holds up. Okay, it has to stay above this bottom part of the pennant to be schmexy. Okay, the 9 EMA seems to be pulling downward. The 9 EMA is above the volume weighted average. RSI had overheated and pulled back down. So if it can hold above the VWAP and get some volume, this could potentially be schmexy. We have to see. All right? But it did run 60%. It has a low float of about 5-6 million float. And it didn't get a lot of volume. It did not get a lot of volume, but it was one of the leading gainers during after hours. So we got to keep a peep on it. Doubles, a peeper. All right. So let's take a look at QURE. All right. This is another leading gainer going into the close of after hours on Friday. It closed, QURE closed up 84%. 84%. It's a heavy floated stock, and it's up 84%. All right, so what's the story with it? Let's see. Nothing really in particular as far as news is concerned. It's a heavy floated stock, and it's moving on relatively light volume, okay? It moved on 4 million float, and it's a 61 million float stock. So we'll see what happens with it. It's super extended. RSI is indifferent, but we have to mention that it had such a high close on the close of Friday. So that's the situation with QURE. I don't like how extended it is right over here. Take a look at this. This right over here. This right over here. This thing right here. No bueno. Very extended from the 9 EMA. Very extended. Okay. So we'll see what happens with it. It's a heavy floated stock. Not in my wheelhouse per chance, but we'll see what happens with it, right? What do you think, Doubles? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to also check out the Discord community. We have an incredible Discord community which has a ton of educational content. We also share with you our entries and what stocks we're thinking about entering in. Of course, you have to make your own decisions, right? These are not alerts for you to buy or sell. You have to use your own judgment, right? Because these stocks move very quickly, right? We also provide you with the market movers scanner, the breakout scanner, okay? And these are all scanners that give you float and volume. You have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week news, so you could see what the catalysts are. You have access to check out the filings that are pertinent to the particular stock, so you know if there's any shelf registrations that could potentially dilute the stock. All of that is available for you. The link is in the pinned comment or in the description, and you can get yourself a 4-day trial for the Discord. Go ahead and check it out. Click the link and let us know that you saw us in the Discord. No, that you saw us on the stream, right? Let us know. We're almost at 800, folks. Let's get a share party.
Share party, share party, share
Let's
party.
get a share party. Let's go for 900, 1,000.
900
Let's go for 900, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Let's go take a look. I want to take a look at RGNX, okay? RGNX. It's a heavier floated stock, and it's moving on relatively light volume, but let's take a look at it because RGNX has made some noise in the past. So let's take a look at RGNX. RGNX, GNX up 14%, RGNX. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the float. The float on this particular ticker is 41 million, so it's on the heavier side, and it only had 1 million in volume. Let's see if it has any news. Let's check it out. The news out there. Let's check it out there. Any news come out? It's a heavy floated stock, so it's not schmexy, but it definitely moved on Friday. So we got to pay a little attention to it, a little attention. There was some news at 12 o'clock on it. 12 o'clock on 12 o'clock on Friday, there was news. The analyst verdict. RGNXBO in the eye of 8 experts. Analysts' ratings for RGNX over the last quarter vary from bullish to bearish as provided by 8 analysts. The following table provides a quick overview of their recent ratings, highlighting the changing sentiments over the past 30 days and comparing them to the preceding months. Bullish, somewhat bullish, indifferent, somewhat bearish, total rating 43, Analysts have set 12-month price targets for RGNX, revealing an average target price of $30.75, a high estimate of $52, and a low estimate of $12, highlighting a 2.01% decrease in the current average has fallen from the previous average price target of $31.38. Diving into analyst ratings and in-depth exploration, the standing of RGNX among financial experts is revealed through an in-depth exploration of recent analysis actions. The summary below outlines an analysis, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the key insights. Let's get to the bottom line. All right? Let's get to the bottom line. At the bottom line, action taken. And analysts adapt their recommendations to changing market conditions and company performance, whether they maintain, raise, or lower the stance. It reflects their response to recent developments related to the company. Well, here's the thing. We're looking at the chart. It had a price spike, okay? We have the 90 MA significantly extended from the volume weighted average. So obviously it's extended. It moved on very light volume, okay? As far as analyst reports are concerned, I don't put too much weight into that, doubles, because analyst reports can put out whatever they want. A lot of times they're paid for by the company, right? So, but, it's worthy to note that the lowest analyst is saying that the price action on the stock could potentially be as in the $30 range. And right now the stock's at $9. Now I'm not a $9.95. Now I'm not a swing trader, so I'm not going to speculate that this is going to go up to $30. I day trade, right? So for me, unless I see volume to basically tell me that this is a stock that's moving, I need confirmation, bro. I'm not a hopium type of person. You know what I'm talking about, doubles? Yeah. That being said, time for some of my coffee. Some of my coffee, doubles. Are you enjoying yourselves, ladies and gentlemen? Are you having a good time? We got a victory royale. We're going over a bunch of stonks, doubles, a bunch of crunch, bro. Bunch of crunch stocks. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Let's go to a penny stock. Let's do a penny stock. Ready? Let's take a look at FTRK. Let's take a look at that. FTRK. Now, this is an interesting stock, okay? It closed 20% up, okay? And it is a 67-cent stock. So it's going to be a cheapo Ferrito. It is a 3.8 million float stock with only 7,000 in volume. So it had practically no volume. Fast track group. Okay. However, they had a little bit of news, right, on the 4th, right over here. They had some news. Let's see what the news was. They filed the 6K, so it's a foreign company, right? So the way it works, 8Ks are material changes in domestic American companies. 6Ks are the equivalent of those of the material changes, okay? The company is located in Singapore. So these companies, like the Chinese companies, tend to be very, very, very volatile, and they tend to move on light volume in either direction. So here's the news that we have from the 6K. Let me read it to you. Let me tell you about it. All right, so here's the material agreement. As previously announced, so right off the bat, they're recycling old news, right? As previously announced on January 27th, Fast Track Events, a subsidiary of Fast Track Group, entered into a memorandum of understanding with Lean Branding Company. Now, again, memorandum of understanding is not a contract, right? It's just, hey, we agree to possibly agree. Got it? We agree to possibly agree. So you got to take that into consideration when you're looking at this 6K. And again, this 6K was not even on Friday. It was on the 4th, which I think was Wednesday. All right. In relationship to a strategic partnership with regards to the K-pop girl group known as Kiras. Kiras Arriba.
That's wrong.
Wrong language?
Yeah.
I don't even know Korean, bro. What's the
I don't speak Korean.
Come on, give me Japanese, bro. A walk's as good as a hit, bro.
What do you want me to say in Japanese?
I don't know. Arriba.
There's no arriba.
Arriba son.
Yatta!
Samurai. Ooh.
Whoa. No.
No samurai?
No.
Oh, I like the samurais, bro.
You do like the samurai.
I do, bro.
No.
I'm all about that, bro. I'm all about that.
That man said
Super
samurai.
Sentai, bro. Super Sentai.
Yes.
Bro, what was the other one? What's the other one?
Kamen
Kamen Rider,
Rider. That's a
bro.
good show.
Come on, bro.
Good
Come on,
shows,
bro.
good shows.
What do you know about that, bro? I taught you all that.
What you mean you taught me all
I
that?
stole that. I stole that.
That's
I stole
right.
that.
That's right.
I stole that. All right. So for live entertainment engagements such as concerts, musical festivals, and live show appearances under the agreement of the company will also have the rights to produce, manage concert tours with lean brandings. Okay. So they got rights to do all these concerts in South Korea, Japan, China, blah, 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 blah. All right. So that was the 6K that was released on the 4th, okay? It's a memorandum of understanding. Again, a memorandum of understanding is not necessarily binding. FT. RK. Let's check it out. So that was what moved it. There was some other news that came about last month. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what it was. What was the news last month? What was it? Let me add it. Fast Track Group granted time till August 10th from NASDAQ to regain compliance. Now this makes it interesting. They got to regain compliance. They got to regain the compliance. They got to reach $1 bill, yo. $1 bill, yo. $1 bill, yo. Or as I like to say, money. Doubles, you're not with me, bro. Money. Ooh. Let's go. It's a party. Let's go. Let's get to 900. I need y'all to share it up. 900. FTRK needs to regain compliance with NASDAQ $1 minimum, currently 67 cents. 67 cents. FTRK. Now, this is interesting, doubles, right? This is interesting. All right. They have to regain the compliance. Let me see what date this is from. What date is this from? Yeah, the 12th, bro. It's the 12th. The 12th, bro. 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 They have until August 10th to regain compliance. They're at 67 cents. They need to regain NASDAQ compliance and get over $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, $1. There's 67 cents right now. So there would probably be catalysts coming out. There was a catalyst that came out on the 4th that they got that memorandum of understanding that they're going to be promoting this particular K-pop group, right? But that didn't really move the needle that much, Doubles. You know, you can see it didn't really. But look at what we got going on over here. We do have a cup and handle pattern forming, right? A cup and handle pattern forming. Doubles. Look, cup and handle, and that would be a bullish pattern. And remember, in order for them to get, now they have a lot of time. They were granted time until August, so there's still plenty of time. So there's no expediency for them to get to this compliance, right? But we know for a fact that they need to reach the $1 mark. And if I get my graffiti pencil, I'll put it at the $1. And we could see that this $1 mark right over here is a significant resistance area for the stock. Now, it's interesting. There's not a lot of information on this company, right? Do you see that? Which leads me to conclude that maybe, I don't know, maybe it had a reverse split or something. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But the price action's too low for a reverse split. So I'm not really sure what the story is with it. Okay. It is a 3.8 million float stock. It only had a little less than 7,000 shares exchange hands. It does need to reach that $1 mark to regain compliance with the particular with NASDAQ, okay? And it does have until August. It put out some news on the 4th about the K-pop agreement, memorandum of intent, right? And it didn't really move the needle enough to keep it moving upward. It hit that $1 figure and came crashing down. So maybe another press release, maybe somebody will pay attention to it. I don't know. But it looks like it's pretty thickly traded. You could see it's very thickly traded. That 7,000 shares that are trading, they're very thickly traded by both the buyers and sellers. You could see the thickness in it when you're looking at the relative strength index. So notable. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens with it. Doubles. Let's go to another low floater. This is another stock, RPGL. Cha-cha, RPGL, cha-cha, RPGL. Let's get that share party. Let's get to 900. We're almost at 866. Doubles, I'm going to go and get me something to drink, bro. I'll be right back. Just talk to the folks and tell them about the YouTube channel. I'm following the YouTube channel and all that stuff and all of our social media and the 4-day trial. I'll be right back.
Yeesh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. You can find us, of course, on our YouTube channel where we do lots of live streaming, lots of stock reviews, stock analysis, short form and long form videos. You can find us there at Coaching Money, at Coach Nick Money, at Coaching Money. You can find us, of course, on X.com, aka Twitter, at Coaching Money, at Coach Nick Money. And of course, you can find us on Twitch at Coaching Money, at Coach Nick Money, where we do lots of live streaming. And you can also find us on the Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money, at Coach Nick Money. You could also find us on TikTok, Tiki-Taki, aka Tack, yes sir. You can find us there at DBL Nicks, at DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. So we got that going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. And yeah, you can find us there. And be sure, ladies and gentlemen, also to check out our 4-day trial for the first 4 days for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. You're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loots, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. All right. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you want all that stuff and more, we got it. You want it, we got it. You want it, we got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Yes, sir. All right. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we got all that stuff going on. So be sure to check it out, man. 4-day trial for the first, 4 days there. Only $9.99 for the first 4 days. Yes, sir. All right. So we got that going on, baby. That's what we got going on. All right. So, yeah, if you've been watching and you guys are actually serious about trading some small caps, I'll just sit on the outside trying to piece it together. We got a 4-day full access pass for only $9.99, ladies and gentlemen, and it's full access. So if you come inside, you guys get to see how we operate live and in living color. All right. You get to see how we structure our trade ideas, how we map our levels, how we think about risk, how we handle momentum, and you'll get the next day watch list as well as the 24/7 market news flow, pre-market scanners, regular scanners, after-hour scanners, all that and more. All right, as well as the float volume catalyst context built right in, all that good stuff. And of course, you'll get access to our ticker tape, which is built to catch stocks when they're starting to heat up there before they go parabolic. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that ain't noise. That's structure right there. That's structure. You know what I mean? And if that's how you want to approach this market, grab the 4-day pass and come see it live, man. The link is in the description down below as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out when you come in. Let us know that you saw us on the stream, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got going on. That is what we got going on right there. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, getting ourselves all set.
Let's go.
Yesh. Coach is back.
Doubles, you ready to percolate?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Doubles. Money, 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 money. Money. The hardcore folks are here today. They're hardcore. You know what ran also on Friday? Doubles. MGRX ran Friday. Little 50-cent joint. Little 50-cent joint. Ran 34%.
34%.
MGRX ran 34%. 50-cent penny stock. 50-cent stock. There we go. All right, let's go get a dub for the community, Doubles. Let's go. Let's get that share party going on. We're at over 900. Let's get 1,000 and then 2,000. We're still with you. We're still with you. We've been here for what, 2 hours, Doubles? Mm-hmm. We're going to keep going. Spreading the knowledge and the beauty and getting more victory royales. Coach went out there and got a victory royale for the indelible tribe. All right, let's go. Check this out. Let them know on social media to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yes, sir. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. Money, 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 money. Money, baby. Money. Let's do it. All right, let's get that dub for the community. Let's go for that victory royale, Doubles. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Need me a little drinky poo. A little drinky poo. Why not? Why not? Yummy. Oh, look at that. Look at the artwork, bro. Doubles. Is that a... Look at that, bro.
Yeah.
I love the colorful stuff, bro. They're letting, like, the player base create the artwork. Isn't that cool, bro?
Yeah.
Right? Yo, that crown looks good on me, bro. Right? Look at that crown. DBL Moms. Look at my crown, bro. DBL Moms. Look at it. Look. Can I get a hey? I got a victory royale. Can I get a hey? There you go. A hey. A haymaker. A haymaker. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! There you go. You're coming tumbling down, fella. You're coming tumbling down, fella. Just saying. All right, Doubles, what do I do, bro? Was that the first game or the second game? That was the second game? Oh, I thought it was the first game, bro. No, I guess you're right, bro. I guess you're right, bro. I guess you're right. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's get a share party. Let's get to the 1,000 mark. We're at 923. Let's get to the 1,000 mark. Let's get a victory royale for the indelible tribe. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. A little high over here, bro. Seems like a me problem, though. Right, Doubles? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this guy landed. Oh, man. You landed, bro. You landed, bro. What is this? Woo-wee. I don't know what happened, but I did not get an elimination, so. There we go. What is this new weapon, dude? I don't know. Why am I glider redeploying, bro? I don't understand. What the heck's going on? What is up with this weapon, dude? Am I in, like, the wrong mode?
No, I think you're in the right mode.
Really? What the heck is all this?
Yeah, well, that weapon's a 7th weapon, I guess.
Is this like a new weapon base?
Yeah.
I don't think I care for him, bro. Not gonna lie to you.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know. There's a whole lot of explosive stuff going on over here. That's what I needed, bro. What happened? The what?
Pennies.
Oh yeah. But I had to shoot him first, bro. I had to clear out the field of vision, Doubles. Had to percolate them a little bit, Doubles. You know what I'm saying? They need a little percolation. So are you telling me that they just changed the loot pool? Is that what's going on? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that, bro. I don't know if I like that, bro. Come on, man. There we go. There we go. Soyel just said that they just came in from X. Let's go, baby. If you have a stock you want to talk about, let me know. As soon as we're done with the game. We already got one victory royale. We went over a bunch of stocks. We went over about, what, about 20 stocks already? So definitely save the video because I went over a lot of charts and stuff like that. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. And if you got any questions, let us know. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Now we're going to get a victory royale for the community, my friend. And then we'll go over some more stonks after that. Why not, Doubles? I want to go... Yeah, if there's stocks you want us to review, put them in the chat. Let's go, baby. Doubles, listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I got medkits. I'm gonna loot this place up a little bit, but I have some pretty strong loot, bro, so far. You know, look. I got this explosive thing. I think I'm gonna rock it a little bit. I don't know. There's nothing here, bro. Nothing here. Wait. Here we go. Yeah, there's nothing here per se. But I've got med kits, so I'm gonna loot a little bit, and then what is this? What is this? Purple, bro! Look at this loot, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go, doubles. Let's go. Let's go, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4 corns. Let's go. Corn, baby. Corn. Right, doubles. Eesh. Eesh. I gotta be honest with you. I wanted to land center. That center landing is so good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I like it a lot, bro. Nothing over here. Let's go and loot a little bit. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, bro. Alright. Yeah, this was my favorite landing, but now it's not so much, you know? Now that center thing, bro. That center thing is like schmexy as heck, bro. Alright, we're gonna go over our RPGL. Now this has been a frequent runner. It closed up, actually it closed down about 1%, and it's on a downtrend, but it has run in the past, so we're gonna go over the chart when we're done with this game, folks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh, man, I really want that, bro. I don't know. But that explosive thing, I don't know. I don't want to give up the explosive thing just yet, because I have a feeling that other folks have an explosive thing, and I don't want to be left out, bro. You know? I don't want to be left out, doubles. You feel me? Right? Alright, let's get it. Let's get it done. Nope. Yep, somebody was already here, bro. Somebody was already here, bro. Shot the gun, huh? Anything worthwhile? Nah. Jetpack? No. Ooh, almost had enough for a gold one, bro. Oh, dude, look at this. It's time for me to, like, chop stuff up, bro. I can get that. I can get it, bro. I can get it. I can get myself out. Let's do this, bro. Oh, I don't even have to do that, bro. You know what? Jetpack. I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm just gonna mat up, bro. I'm just gonna mat up, bro. I don't care, bro. I'm just gonna get all my mats. Get ready. Get set. Oh, baby, go. Right bubbles. Look at this. Look at this, bro. This is so delicious. Goodness. Look at this, Look at this deliciousness, bro. Almost got a full metal and brick. Right? Doubles. Come on, bro. Full metal and brick almost, bro. Full metal and brick, bro. Full metal and brick, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Right? Right? Ooh, ooh. Anything good over here? Nothing luscious. Nothing luscious, bro. Nah, they took all the good stuff, bro. It's alright. It happens, bro. It happens. I'm not going to stress it out. We got almost 1,000 folks. Let's get that shit party. Let's break 1,000 and we'll go over some stonks after we get the victory royale over here. Right, doubles? We got to get a victory royale over here, bro. Yeah, we do. We do. I'm going to go and get the mats, bro. I'm going to go and get myself some heals, bro. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, bro. No heals over here, right? Let's go up top. What happened? Let's get the heals, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it done, bro. Auto redeploy. You see that, bro? It's got, like, auto redeploy and everything? What the heck is going on here? Oh, my gracious, bro. Oh, my. What is all that? What is all that lusciousness, bro? We got a jetpack. I'm gonna grab 2 med kits and we bust out. What do you think, Doubles? Yeah, right? Alright, let's do it. 1, 2. And we're out of here. That's it. Let's get the heck out of Dodge, bro. Let's get out of Dodge. Oh, wow. I gotta go far, bro. Let's see if there's a car over here. If there's no car, we'll take the launch pad. You know, but we gotta get out of the storm. It's like very, very storm-esque, you know? Wow. The zone is not friendly, bro. Right, Doubles? Not friendly at all. Oh, my. Not gracious. What's going on here? Alright, let's catch this little campfire over here, a little cozy. Get ourselves heated up a little. We got over 1,000 folks. Let's go to 1,100. 1,100 folks. Let's share it up. Let's get 1,100 folks out. Let's share it up. Let's share it up. Right, Doubles? Yo, this zone did not work for me, bro. No, I'm not feeling it, bro. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. Now, RPGL is also another energy-related stock. Again, goes with the general theme of energy stocks. Energy. Right? Oil, energy, drones, weapons, all of that is industry-specific catalysts because of the Middle East tensions. Tension. So that's really the main catalyst for a lot of these companies. Now, if they have the industry catalyst and if they also have actual news, then you're cooking with grease levels, right? But if it's just the industry, you know what? A stock that moved was TPET. Doubles. TPET is a energy stock, and BATL. 2 energy stocks we're going to be keeping an eye on. We're going to keep an eye on the Doubles. I said we're going to keep an eye. Wow, this storm is moving like a Dickens, bro. You know that? You know what? I'm going to jet back out of here, bro. This is great, bro. Great, bro. The storm is so freaking aggressive, bro. What's this? Is there lusciousness over here, bro? Could there be some lusciousness over here, bro? Got some mats out of it. Maybe it wasn't really worth dropping like that, bro. No chest over here. Usually there's a chest down here, Doubles, you know? Looks like somebody got to it already. Looks like they already got to it, bro. Bandages going on here. Woo-wee. Let's go, bro. Let's launch again. Launch your sword strengths, bro. Man, what is going on with the storm, dude? Man, it's so aggressive, bro. Right? Look at this, Doubles. You see this? The storm is like so freaking aggressive, bro. My goodness, bro. Migration, bro. Let's get into zone. Oof. Oof. Some shooting over here, bro. Look at this, bro. What is all this? Oh, look at that, Doubles. It's got glider redeploy. I don't understand what this is all about. I don't get it. I don't get it none, son. I don't get it none, son. What is going on? Make friends in the no fighting bubble. I don't want to make friends with strangers. Don't they know about stranger danger? Don't they know about stranger danger, bro? Don't they know about that, bro?
SC, I'm here to make friends. I'm here to make money, not friends.
Look, you know, I would typically go for that chest, but I got some good loot already. I don't really need it. I don't really need it, bro. Somebody's healing nearby. Somebody's fighting right here, bro. See him? Somebody launched. It's right over there. Get by, bro. Oh, whoa! Dude, explain that to me, bro. Yo, what the hell was that, dude? How did he hit me? Bro, how did... Oh, he had a purple scar, bro. Bro, he had a purple scar, dude. Yo, bro. I should have let him be, bro. I should have gotten myself into the zone. Oh, man. Nah, I hit this guy's gonna win. I can tell right off the bat he's gonna win. Yeah, he's gonna win. Wow, he just hit him. He hit him hard, bro. He hit him for 100. Oh, this guy's not even covering himself, bro. Oh, dude, he's such a... What a loser, dancing on the guy before he even eliminated him, bro. Come on, bro. What are you doing? Look at this guy. He's running with him, bro. Bro, what a clown. Yo, no class, bro. What a clown, dude. Look at this guy. He's just dancing on him. Wow, doesn't that annoy you? What a loser, bro. What a clown. Ugh. No, very poor lack of gamemanship, right? Yo, dude, you weren't raised right. Bro, you weren't raised right, bro. Yeah, nah. That's a real trash thing to do. Yeah, that's a garbage person right there. You need to learn manners, bro. Seriously. That is really poor sportsmanship. I don't believe in that. Sorry. Nah. See, that's terrible, bro. That was terrible. And he just kept taunting the guy, bro. I'm hoping it's a little kid and they don't know better and they'll grow out of it.
Hopefully.
I hope. You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise, like...
Yeah. I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at RPGL doubles, okay?
RPGL.
Let's take a look at it. It's an energy stock. So it's an energy play, all right? It's an energy play. We're now on 2.5 hours of streaming, and we're still here. So let's get a share party going on. The more folks we got, the longer we'll stay, okay? We're looking at RPGL, RPGL. It's been generally selling off, right? The stock has run in the past, but it's been generally selling off. So let's take a look at a longer time frame on it. Let's go 4 hours. And you could see that at one point, the price action was quite steep. It was actually up $43, okay? But now it's trading at $1.49, and it is in this downtrend, significant downtrend. RSI is very much in the oversold area. Let's go to the 5-minute. The 5-minute doubles. Let's go to the 5-minute doubles. The 5-minute doubles. The 5 minutas. The 5 minutas, right? The 5-minute is showing a downtrend, RSI, downtrend, lack of volume. It needs volume. It's obviously going to need more than just the energy catalyst from the Middle East conflict to push it up. That's what I'm thinking, doubles, right? But we're going to take a look at some other components to it. Some of the things that we're looking at are some of the key levels. So let's go ahead and give it a Fibonacci retracement and go ahead and see what the key levels are for the stock. right over here. We can see a couple of the key levels right off the bat. It's right at the $1.50 mark, which is a psychological level, and it is a key level of resistance and or support, depending on whether or not it is above it or below it. Right now, the price action is just below it, so it acts as resistance to the stonk. The stonk. So it has to break. RPGL has to break resistance at $1.50. $1.50. RPGL needs to break the downtrend and psychological resistance at $1.50. Energy stock, energy stock, energy stock. All right, let's take a look at a different ticker. Let's take a look at I'm trying to find a low floater. Oh, okay, here's another one. Okay, DLXY. Okay, I think this is also another Singapore stock. So these are the type of stocks that move on very light volume. They're very risky. They're very choppy. They could aggressively move up. You could see that the stock moved pretty aggressively up on the 4th, Thursday, I think it was, right? The 4th was, I think, Thursday or Wednesday, whatever the case may be. And then a very big sell-off. So it is generally on a downtrend that it needs to also break. Okay, it needs to break it. All right, and the situation with the float and volume on it, it's only a 2 million float stock, and it had only 2 million in volume, and it is an energy stock company as well. So again, moving because of the overall energy type of ruckus that's occurring because of the situation in the Middle East. Okay, it closed down 2% on Friday. Okay, but one thing that was notable to a certain extent is that it's tried to break the volume weighted average. And the 9 EMA is still pointing downward. We need to see it break above the 9 EMA. I'm sorry, we need to see the 9 EMA curl and break through the volume weighted average. Volume weighted average is at $1.20. Okay, so it's actually significantly below. This one's significantly below the VWAP. The VWAP's 120. The price action is at 116. So it's got to get 4 pennies to make it to the volume weighted average, and a lot of times that acts as a buffer zone and it acts as resistance. So it's formed this cup. And will it form a handle? Probably. Will that handle break through, though? The 9 EMA is still pointing downward. RSI is still dipping downward, and there is certainly a lack of volume with this company. And if I remember correctly, this is a Singapore company, and it does have very low volume and a very low float. 2 million volume, 2 million float. The float is low. Okay, let's see if there was a catalyst. Hold on, let me see if I could, because I remember there was a catalyst for the stock because it ran a couple of days ago. And it ran aggressively, and then it just pulled back. It was like a two-day run. Let me see if I can find a little something on this particular guy. Let me see. I tell you. Let me see. March 3rd, the news was that it shot up 158% overnight, and here's what was going on. So this was 4 days ago. Okay. Delixi Holding shares were trending on Tuesday night. The stock is a Singapore-based company, all right, investment holding company, which specializes in the wholesale trading of crude oil. So it's an energy stock, right? And again, that's a major component to it. You could see it on our custom scanners from the private Discord, the news scanner. So that's one of the other scanners that we have. We have a 24-hour day, 7-day a week news feed on every single stock in the stock market. Okay, so in addition to the market mover scanners, okay, which is the top gainers, and the breakout scanner, which is the stock ticker tape, we also have the newsroom, which gives 24 hours a day update on what catalysts are that are making these stocks move. So if you want to go ahead and take advantage of the Discord community and get all the tools, as well as all the insight and educational content, as well as know what stocks we're looking at, that we're thinking about, and of course the early watch list, right? The early watch list that we put out at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is in the description for a 4-day trial for $9.99. Okay, or in the pinned comment, go ahead and click the link, go ahead and join, and let us know that you saw us on the stream, the live stream. Tell us. Let us know. We love hearing about that. Doubles. 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 We love hearing about that, don't we? We do, don't we? We do. We do. I tell you, we do. We really do. Right? So this particular stock, Delixi Holdings, it's involved in buying and selling oil, right? And with all the tension in the Middle East, this Singapore company really shot up dramatically. You could see it. Look at how high the price went, right? It went up way up here to $2.68. Now it's down to $1.16. Okay. But it showed up on the scanners again. So we're going to see whether or not volume will come in and push this along. The news that was out on the 3rd of March, the stock movement comes after joint U.S.-Israeli strikes against Iran over the weekend prompted Tehran to move towards shutting down the Strait of Hormuz, a key route for global crude. The waterway carries roughly 20 million barrels of crude condensated and refined fuel daily, which is about 20% of the global oil supply. The DLXY's sharp move in the late trading session reflects the investors' expectations that a prolonged Strait of Hormuz disruption would tighten global supply. So that's what's going on. BATL, another oil company as well, okay, and TPET, and then TMDE. All of these are oil companies. In fact, all of these companies, USEG, they're all oil-based companies that are directly impacted by the price of oil. And the industry, generally speaking, will, as a whole, move upward as the price of a barrel of oil goes up. Now, to give you some context, before the situation in the Middle East, you basically had oil, I think, trading around $70 a barrel, maybe just under it. And I was looking at the information that was out on our news feed, and oil currently is actually trading now at over $90 a barrel. Okay, so that is a significant jump of $20 a barrel. $20 a barrel. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, that's about a 30% move, right? 30% move from $70, right? 30% move. Okay, so as the oil prices go up, these oil plays potentially could benefit from them. But and remember, they generally don't have news themselves, right? So if they don't have news themselves, it's basically moving on an industry movement, right? So they'll tend to be more on the choppy side. But let's take a look at BATL.
BATL.
Let's take a look at BATL, another oil stock, oil battalion, oil BATL, oil. Olive oil. Right? Was that Popeye? Olive oil. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, Battalion Oil Corporation. Okay, let's take a look at this stock. So this stock has moved in a redonkulous way, right? So let's go ahead and go with a longer time frame, a little bit longer, right? Let's go 4 hours, okay? And you can see that this stock priced out. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated. Another oil-based company, and it priced out all the way up at 20, almost $30. Almost $30. And it started out before the situation in the Middle East at $1.32. So that gives you an idea of how redonkulous the price action has been for some of these oil stocks. And they are quite volatile because for the most part, there's usually no news. Let's see if BATL had any news. Let's see what the situation is with that. BATL, 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 doubles, BATL. You see any news on it, doubles? And in news, BATL, other than the
Oil shock.
it's an oil stock, right?
Oil shock.
Oil shock. The shaka Khan. Let me rock Shaka Khan. Never mind. I can't sing those. I can't sing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. You're making it hard for me, bro. You're making it hard for me, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Again, it's moving on. Looks like the major catalyst for this particular stock is certainly the tension in the Middle East. It's an oil-based company, okay? And it closed on Friday up 16%, 16%. If we go into a 5-minute chart, we can see that it has double topped significant resistance at this 29.63 level, and it touched that 29.63 level over here. So you have a double top here. Let's go get the graffiti pencil activated. Here's a top, and here's a top. Top. So that is a double top, right? And the price action ended up coming down as a result of that double top. Now the question is, does it stabilize? Does it move upward now? RSI suggests that it wants to move back up, but we can see that if we put a line where the volume weighted average is, let's get that graffiti pencil activated. $10.30 is where, I'm sorry, my bad. The VWAP's at $24.51, and the price action is at about $21.97. So it's going to need quite a bit of volume to turn upward, but it does have the overall sentiment of what's going on with oil. And as oil keeps going up, these oil stocks may very well push up on Monday. Like I said, the stock, I think in one day, from yesterday to today, it went from $80 a share to $80 a barrel of oil. I think it shot up to 91, 92, 93 cents, right? So BATL moving on oil catalyst. Let's take a look at TPET. Now, this is a crowd favorite, TPET. It's a very volatile stock as well, but it has had quite a bit of craziness in the past, right? Where it's gone parabolic and then, sold off and so on and so forth. You could see it. Parabolic sells off. Parabolic sells off. Let's clear the charts up on this one. TPET is an oil stock. Oil. Yes. Oil. Let me see what the volume and float is on this critter. Let's take a look at it. Let's go into our private Discord and check out the stats on it. The float is 10 million, and it had 260 million shares of volume on Friday alone. Remember, on Friday, a barrel of oil was $80. Today, a barrel of oil is $92. So as we have more activity going on in the Middle East, I'm guessing that the price of oil is going to continue to go up. If things get resolved, that could switch quickly. So that's what makes this type of stuff kind of, how should I put it? Little tricky Ricky. You know what I mean? Right? But right now, we're going to look at TPET. This stock, I actually had some news. I know it had some news. Let me see if I can find it. It had some news. TPET. All right, so let me see. It looks like it had news yesterday. Let's take a look and see what it says here. All right, the company's called Trio Petroleum Corp. And what the news says, and let's get that share party going on. Share party, right? Because TPET is currently up 20% on Friday, and it is an oil stock. Oil. What's the float on it, Doubles? Let's see what the float is on it. Let's take a look at the float. The float on this bad boy is 10 million, volume 260 million. And the news we're going to share with you right now. The news says that the shares are surging on Friday, which was yesterday, amid the continuing Middle East conflict and expectations for a prolonged closure of the Strait of Hormuz shipping choke point by Iran. Also, reports suggest Iran attacked a U.S.-owned tanker near Kuwait. The oil and gas exploration and development company holds a working interest in the South Salinas project and a contiguous mineral leasehold. The South Salinas project includes 6 existing idle wells and 1 active well. All right, so again, this is industry-specific news, not particularly news relating to TPET itself, but this stock has been a stock that a lot of people have traded, and I made money with it. I'm not going to say I haven't, but it is not an easy stock to trade. It is very, very volatile, and the nature of these stocks that are oil-based is very volatile, especially if they don't have news. If they have news and they're oil-based, great. If they're weapons-based, drone-based, and they have news, great. PRSO, drone, Israeli contract. news. It was a heavier floated stock. Still moved. Still moved. It had the news from the Middle East, and it had news that it sold, a product for drones. So right there, double whammy, right? Double whammy. Let's see. Now this article is an older article. It's saying that a barrel of oil went up to $84, but I know for a fact this morning it was up to over $90. Okay, so the price of oil has gone up. Your gasolina. You better get gas in your tank, bro. You better get gas in your tank, bro. Right? You better get gas in that tank, bro. I'm just saying. Right? So that's the story with this particular stock. Let's go ahead and give it some key levels of support and resistance. Okay, TPET needs to break resistance at VWAP $2.09. TPET needs to break resistance at the VWAP $2.09. $2.09. Let's go ahead and get a Fibonacci retracement. All right, let's go ahead and do a Fibonacci retracement on this. And we can see again that the Fibonacci actually lines up with the VWAP at $2.09. Price actions below. 9 EMA is below $1.89. Alex Martinez is in the house. Yo, legend. What's up, brother? What is this, my guy? Yo, we've been cooking with grease, bro. High heat, bro. We've been at it since 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, going over the stonks for Monday, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you been, brother? I know you crushed it last week. You ready for next week? Talking about oil right now, bro. Oil is up over $90 a barrel. I'm guessing that these oil stonks are going to be redonkulous on Monday if this keeps going on. I'm hearing reports that they're talking about the stocks possibly going to $150 a barrel. Okay, so these oil stocks, I remember what happened in about 2 years, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 4 years ago. I think it was 4 years ago when oil was going crazy, and a lot of these stocks went nuts. Alex said, "A weekend warrior, let's go, baby, let's go." See, you're doing the same thing, bro. You work a whole entire week, you trade a whole entire week, and you're still at it, brother. Much love, bro. Much respect. That's what you got to do. Educate, empower yourself, and move people forward. Bring them on up. Why not? Let's get a share party. We're almost at 1,300. Let's go for 1,400. DBL moms, can I get a hey? Oh my, the secret weapon is in the house. Alex said, good. Enjoying my weekend, cleaning up some snow. Hope you guys have a good weekend. You too, brother. And I hope you have a great weekend, all of you. And I hope you have a prosperous Monday, man. We're going to be continuing to go over more of these stocks. Let's go and check out one more stock, and then we'll jump in for another Victory Royale attempt. Right now, we're sharing with you on the right side of the screen one of our features in our Discord. It is our 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week news feed, which basically tells you what the catalyst is with the particular stock, and it also gives you the link to the particular stock so that you can gather information about the particular stock, right? So if you wanted to know something about the particular stock, you could click the link. This is a feature in our private Discord, so go ahead and join the Discord by clicking the link in the description or in the pinned comment. You get a 4-day trial for $9.99. You'll have this news feature. You also have features to search for news on top of that. Filings, search for filings. Of course, we have the market mover scanner that tells you the top gainers. We have the breakout scanner that's constantly perusing and prowling the internet to find the next potential parabolic breakout. And there's a ton of educational content as well as early watch lists that are absolutely fire. So if you're enjoying the early watch lists that we're doing right now for Monday, imagine getting it every single day. Every day, yo. Every day. So click that link in the description and in the pinned comment. Go ahead and do that and get your 4-day trial. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in and try to get a Victory Royale for the community. Let's get it. Let's get it done. You know what I want to do, DBL moms? I want to talk to the folks about TLSA when we get back. TLSA. All right. It's a heavy floated stock, but it closed at 11% up on Friday. TLSA closed up 11% on Friday. 11%. Heavy floated stock. Heavy floated stock. All right. Why I got this music going on? Leave me alone, bro. I'm getting a headache from that new noise, bro. I'm getting a headache. Yo, I want to be mean to this guy, bro, right? Bada bingo. That was mean, right? Yo, that dude was vicious, though, bro. Last game, right, Doubles? Man, that dude was, like, taunting the guy instead of just finishing the game. I don't like this, I don't like the fact that, like, if you get knocked, like, you know, you can try to reboot yourself. That's great, but it very rarely happens that you can get the reboot off, you know, Doubles? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but they're usually nearby, bro. That's the problem, you know? Yeah, let's get that shit party. We're over 1,300. We're over 1,300. 1,300. 1,300. You know, another ticker that also moved a little aggressive. We spoke about it a little bit earlier. HIMZ. 64%. And it's an ETF. ETF. Wow, dude. They got the harvesting thing going on, and I'm still in midair. That's cray-cray, bro. They're not giving me a heck of a lot of time to benefit from it, bro. Right? They're not really letting me benefit from this enough, bro. I gotta get myself a weapon, bro. Weapon! Sorry, Bear. You gotta go. You gotta go, bro. You gotta go. Ooh, look at this. Look at it. Look at the hair. Look at the hair, bro. Yo, I'm gonna take advantage of this and get myself some metal. Why not, bro? Gotta do it, bro. Metale, bro. You gotta get the metale, bro. You gotta get the metale. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, bro. Oh, that's it? That's all I got? Wow, that was kind of lame. They didn't really let me do that for long, huh? Bubbles. Nah, bro. What happened? All right, let's go get some loot over here, bro. Let's get some loot over here, bro. Let's go. Let's get it done, Doubles. Let's get it done, bro. Ooh, look, it's a little gold over here. Never hurt nobody. Right, Doubles? It never hurt nobody, bro. It never hurt nobody. Nobody. Alright, let's get it. Let's get it done, bro. Alright. Alright, let's see. Can we get some minis? Minis? Yes or no? No mini. No mini, Doubles. No mini. No minis, Doubles. None. None for me. None for me. You know, another ticker that moved on Friday was SCAG, up 9%. 9%. Heavy float. Heavy float. We're gonna check out all these stock sources, bro. We're gonna check them all out, bro. Right? Right, DBO moms? That's right. I'm just saying, we're gonna check them all out for the community. For the community, bro. You feel me, bro? Let's get it. Ooh, what's grenade launcher? Why not, bro? Why not, bro? Night Rogue's in the house. What's up? Happy weekend, brother. Let's go. Night Rogue's in the house. What's up, bro? Hope you're having a fantastic week, bro. Hope you are having a fantastic weekend. Oh, look, Doubles. We got a little juicy juice over here, bro. We got a little juicy juice over here, bro. All right, let's go, bro. All right. What is this? Nah, we We don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. What happened? You know what? Nah, I'm gonna stick with this. I got mobility with that, bro. Mobility, bro. Got me some mobility. Storm's coming. I don't have heals, bro. I don't have any white heals, bro. You know what? It's all right. It's all right, bro. We got a whip right here, bro. Did you see the whip? Yep, we got a whip. Whip it. You gotta whip it good. Whip it good, bro. Gotta whip it. Whip it good. Let's get a share party. We're almost at 1,400. Let's go to 1,500. 1,500. 1,500. Let's get it. Let's get it done, bro. Give me your moms. Let's get it done. 1, 2, 3. Buckle my shoe. 4. Shut the door. I don't want this thing. I don't want this thing. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. DBL moms. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm not calling you, bro. I'm calling everybody else, bro. You know, you the DBL moms, you know? DBL moms. DBL moms in the house, yeah? Alright, let's go get ourselves motivated and percolated, bro. Let's do this. Let's get a share party. We're almost at 1,400. 1,400. ATRA was up 52%. 52%. Presenta. ATRA 52%. Presenta. Let's go. Let's go. DBL moms. Oh my. Oh my gracious. Ooh, look. A med kit, bro. Ooh, wee. Going for that victory royale, bro. Nah. Alright. Nobody was here, bro. Nobody was here, bro. Ooh, got an AR. Got me an AR, bro. Got me an AR, bro. A jetpacker doubles, a jetpacker, bro. A jetpacker, bro. Ooh, I feel schmaxy, bro. I feel schmaxy. Come on now. Let's get the jetpacker, bro. Oh, we got some lusciousness in here, doubles. Open up, bro. Wow, wow. Come on now. Give me some of that loot, yo. Give it to me. I stole that. I stole it, bro. Doubles. I stole that shit. I stole it. Doubles. I stole it, bro. Right? Right, doubles? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Right? Sometimes you just gotta steal it. Right, doubles? Oh my gracious, bro. Oh my gracious, bro. Holy Toledo, bro. Look at all this lusciousness over here for the coach, bro. Come on now. Give me something good. Give me something good. I don't know. I don't want that. I need a shot to go on, no? DBL moms. Tell them to give me something good, would you? Give me something fresh. Wow, wow. Chug jug? Or not. Man, I'm tempted to take this, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted. I'm gonna take it. I'm taking the purple. The purple. I'm taking the purple. Taking the doubles. Alright, alright, alright. Let's get it, doubles. Let's get it. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again, baby. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it. Got me a purple combat. Why not, bro? Purple. Purple. Man, why don't they have a car, bro? They got a launch pad. But I ain't gonna use. Well, you know what? I could use that launch pad to go to the other launch pad. I could do that. I got that technology, bro. Right? I got that technology, bro. Like that, bro. Technology, bro. Like that, bro. Let's get some campfire. Let's do a little stokey-okey with it. Let's get it. We got over 1,400 folks. Let's go, baby. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Oh, ooh, is there like a... Wait a minute. Wait a stinking minute. Is there a bot over here? DBL Moms, there is a bot over here that needs to be percolated, mama. Oh, migration, bruh. Oh, migration doubles. Oh, migration doubles. Oh, my goodness. Such lusciousness, bro. There's such lusciousness here, bro. Oh, my gracious, bro. Look at that. 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 I'm gonna do the jetpack, bro. The jetpack. I'm doing it, bro. The jetpack. The jetpack doubles. All right. How did I do, mama? DBL Moms is in the house. Oh, my. We are weaponized right here. We is weaponized with DBL Momster. The Momster's in the house, bro. DBL Mom is in the house, bro. You know it's a party when DBL Moms is in the house, y'all. Ooh, little juicy juice right here, bro. Why not? All right, I'm feeling ornery, DBL Moms, which usually gets me eliminated. But we gonna do our thing. What's going on over here? I hear gunfire. I don't know where they're at. Right there. Right there. See? He just left. Where they at? Whoa, beeps! Spaghetti Saturday, let's go, baby! We're having pizza. Pizza, pizza! Pizza, pizza! Pizza, 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 pizza! Pizza, pizza! We having pizza, spaghetti. I actually want some spaghetti. I'm actually gonna have like some oil and garlic spaghetti. That's what I'm thinking about myself, personally. That's what I'm thinking about. Where are these guys? Where are they, bro? Right there, bro. Look at this guy. He's messing around, editing, blah, 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 thinking he's all good. Wow, he's got a lot of heals, this guy. He's got a ton of heals. Alright, he's right there. He's right there. He's right there. Alright, let's get ourselves in, bro. Let's get ourselves in. Let's get in. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it done, bro. Let's get it done, bro. Let's get it done, bro. Enemies. Enemies. All right. Right there, bro. I don't have a clear shot, bro. I don't have a clear shot. I do not have a clear shot. Somebody's up there already. Look at that. Right there, bro. Somebody's making their way up. Where are they at, bro? I hear the gunfire, but I don't see them. Let's go. Let's go up to the top. I see that cat. He's trying to get up to the top. We ain't having none of that, yo. We ain't having none of that, yo. We ain't having none of that, yo. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Come on. Shut the gun, shut the gun. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 1v1v1, bro. 1v1v1. Spaghetti Saturday. We got to do it for Bubble Beeves. Let's go, baby. Let's get a stonk up there. HIMS. 39% on Novo Nordisk News, baby. Novo Nordisk News, baby. Novo Nordisk News, baby. What? Really? Come on, fella. What happened? What happened, bruh? What happened, bruh? Yeah, you don't want none of that, right? I figured as much, bruh. I figured as much, bruh. Yeah, of course you're gonna hide, bruh. Of course you're gonna hide, bruh. Of course you're gonna hide, bruh. I get it. I don't blame you for being afraid. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, bruh. I don't blame you, bruh. I don't blame you because I'm gonna bing you out of the air, bruh. All right. All right, doubles. Where's this creature? Where you hiding, brother? Ah, what happened, bro? What happened, bro? What happened, bro? What happened, bro? What happened, bro?
Oh my.
Coach Nick Money in the house, bro. Money, 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 money. 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 We got our man Fat Ma from Fat Ma on the house from Twitter asking a question about RPGL. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Just got the victory royale for the community. Let's take a look at what's going on with RPGL for our man Fatma on X.com. On X.com. Let's go check it out. Ready? Here we go. RPGL. This is an energy stock. All right. We did this a little while ago. Let's review it a little bit again. Let's review it again. All right. Let's see if we can get some news on it. I know it didn't have anything specific other than the tension in the Middle East. RPGL. But this stock ran, right? It ran. So it ran in the past. So if we go and shrink it down a little bit, you could see, look at how high it ran over here. It ran about $40, something like that. Something like that, around $40. Right now it's $1. It's under $1.50. It has to break this downtrend over here, this downtrend. But keep in mind, DBL moms, here's what's going on, okay? Oil prices have skyrocketed. They have skyrocketed, okay? So oil has gone up to over $90 a barrel, okay? $90 a barrel, and this is a previous runner. It needs to break resistance at $1.50. It needs to break the resistance at $1.50 to potentially have another move to the upside. Needs to break $1.50 resistance. Okay? And this is an oil play. Hashtag oil play. Hashtag oil play. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's the situation with RPGL, an oil play. So there's like a cluster of stocks that all benefit from the price of oil going up. RPGL is one of them, okay? But there's others as well, like BATL, okay? BATL is another one, okay? And TPET, all right? Now, as far as RPGL is concerned, the float on RPGL is... From our custom scanners, I could tell you that the float is very low at 2.5 million shares. Very low, okay? Volume was 1.2 million on Friday, but the price action on the barrel of oil really kicked up tremendously today. It went from $80 yesterday to over $90 today, right? And if this keeps on going on where there's that issue with the Strait of Hormuz and what have you, these oil plays like RPGL, USEG is another one, USEG, okay? That's another one. INDO would be another one. These are all energy stocks that could potentially have strong moves. You could see it, all right? You could see that every time there's major news coming out of the Middle East, the price action spikes. Look at INDO going up to $9.87. But also, it comes crashing down quite a bit, right? It comes crashing down quite a bit as well. Like when the news kind of subsides somewhat, it'll dip. You know what I mean? So you got these issues going on with these particular stocks. Let's see, what else? There's USEG is another one. USEG, all right? That's another one. Turb is another one. Okay, what is the other one? I can't remember. TMDE, right?
Yeah.
Is it TMDE? Yeah, TMD Energy. This is another one. Okay, also, gets affected heavily. And TPET is probably the one that ran the hardest, right? TPET ran really, really hard. Okay, so all of them are kind of like in that same cluster. Right? They're in that same cluster of being directly impacted by what the price of oil is. Okay, so that's the story with those stocks. All right, let's go and get another victory royale for the community. For the community. Let's go. I feel good. I feel pretty. I feel pretty. If you have other stocks that you want, put it in the chat. Let's get a share party. We're almost at 1,600. 1,600. Let's go for 1,700. Let's go for 1,700. Right? DBL moms.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my. Oh my, that Fanta is the nectar of the gods, yo. I'm telling you, for real. For real, it's the nectar of the gods, yo. What do you think, Doubles? DBL moms, what do you think? What do you think? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? Should we get a victory royale for the community? Let's get another victory royale for the community. For the indelible tribe. Call y'all indelibles because I want you to leave your mark and make it unerasable, a.k.a. indelibles, yo. Indelible. Get out of here. Get out of here, you critters. Get out of here, y'all. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it done. All right, we're over 1,600. Time to go for 1,700. Let's go for 2,000, DBL Moms. What do you think? 2,000. DBL Moms, we got another penny stock. FBGL that was up 10%. 10%. 10%. 10%. 10%. All right, it's a cheap stock. 42 cents. 42 cents. 42 cents. 42 cents. Cents. All right, this is going to be busy, DBL Moms. I'm telling you right now. I got to pay attention. I got to pay attention. I think there's going to be a lot of people over here. A lot of people. DBL Moms in the house. DBL Moms. In the house. In la casa. In la casa, mamacita. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ooh, look at all these luscious weapons, bro. Lusciousness in the house, yo. All right, let's get down there. Let's get down there. Let's get it, DBL Moms. What do you think? Let's get it done. Let's get her done. Get her done, yo. Get her done. My gracious, bro. What do you think, DBL Moms? Get another victory royale for the community. Let's get that share party going on. Let's share it up. Let's share it up, y'all. Let's share it up, y'all. I feel like I should. I'm gonna take this weapon. You know? Why not, brothers? Why not? Why not? DBL Bombs, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Ooh! Ooh! Wee! Ooh! Ooh! Wee! Ooh! A lot of ARs, man. What is this? What? Nah, it's alright. It's alright. Nah, it's alright. It's alright. Nah, it's alright. It's alright. We don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. We don't need none of that, I tell you. Alright, let's get up there and take care of business, you know? I feel like I should take it, though. You know what? I feel like I should take it. You know what? I'm not gonna take it. I'm so indecisive, you know? Sometimes I'm like a silly bird, bruh. Like a silly bird. I hear a vehicle. I hear a vehicle nearby. He tried to hit me off with the car, bro. What happened, bro? Get out of here, bro. 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 You gotta get schooled, son. You gotta get schooled, son. Right? DBL Moms, right? I gotta show him a little education right there, bro. Gotta teach him a lesson. He need to learn a little something, something. Don't mess with your elders, boy. Have to give you a little spanking, bruh. Why you attacking me? I didn't bother you none. DBO moms, I didn't bother him none. But I took care of business. Papa told me. Papa don't preach. Let's get 1,700. We're gonna get a victory royale for the indelible tribe. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Little spank-a-lankin' for that boy. That boy needed to be taught some manners, bro. Huh. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing, you silly bird? Right? DBO Moms, I was a silly bird, right? Trying to drive and smash into me. All kinds of disrespectfulness, bro. I don't know. I don't understand that. I didn't do nothing to him. I ain't done nothing to him. Jumping around like the fool that he is. Come on now. Ooh, I love this game, bro. I'm not gonna lie, DBO Moms. I love this game. Right? I'm a little addicted, a little bit, a little something, something. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Oh, we got somebody shooting at me, bro. Oh, hello. What do you do? Oh, what do you do? What do you say? What do you do? Anything good? Not really. Nothing really. Man, there's a lot of folks trying to harass the coach, bro. I don't know. I don't understand it, bro. Alright, they're trying to harass the coach, DBO Moms. Ooh, there's somebody else shooting over here. Somebody else over here shooting. Who's shooting? Who's shooting? Who's shooting? Who's shooting? Who's shooting? Let's get some shield. Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's get some shield, bro. Some lusciousness. Apple. Pineapple pen. Apple. Apple, pineapple pen. The pineapple pen. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get her done. Let's reload. Reload. Reloading. 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 Look at that. Menace. 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 Lusciousness. Little lusciousness going on here. Alright, let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. What's this? Job boards. I don't know what that's all about, but search or break open buried chests. Alright. Oh, they're right here, bro. DBO Moms. What is all this lusciousness? DBO Moms, look at this. Oh my gracious. Oh my gray. Oh my gray, mama. 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 Ooh. 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 I gotta get... Oh, it's enemy over here. I was gonna try to get my stuff, but I couldn't get it because this fool gave me a problem. He gave me a problemo. So I couldn't even get my stuff. Now I'm stuck in the storm. And I have no heals. Fool. I didn't get to get my chest out. Oh man. That dude pisses me off, yo. What a fool, bruh. Let's get out of the storm. I need some heals. I need some heals. Anything here? Nope. No heals. No heals. Nothing here for me. Nothing, honey. Nothing, honey. There's shield up there, I know that. But there's somebody shooting up there. Let's see if there's shield on here. Somebody might have taken it already. Oh. Alright, that's enough. I'm good. Oh, medkit right there. Medkit, the medkit, the medkit, the medkit, the medkit. A medkit, the medkit, the medkit. I ended up wasting so many mats because of that dude, but you know, cray cray. It's a little cray cray. Oh my goodness. I got no mobility. I got no mobility, DBL moms. I don't even have a whip, mama. I want myself have. I want to have a whip, mama. I want a car, bruh. A car, bruh. I need a car, mama. Yo, you remember my first car, mama? That's where the magic happened, mama. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything bad, am I? I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know what to say to you. You no say. You no say. You no say. Ooh, look, Bubbles. DBL moms in the house. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get her done. Look at me, I drive fast. DBL moms. Look at how fast I drive, mama. I'm like a speed demon, mama. Look at me. I never grew up, you know that, right? I never grew up, mama. Did you figure that one out? Yeah. Let's see if there's anything over here. I'm telling you. Yo, the car's fast, yo. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, the car's fast. It's fast, I tell you. I gotta get some mats, man. Look at this, look at this. They're already shooting at me, man. What the heck, yo? What the heck? Oh no, he's got that freaking... Oh no, 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 no! He had that lock-on gun, man. Oh my god. Alright, folks, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money! And also follow us on X.com, aka Twitter, at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money, and you're gonna also want to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Twitch at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money, and of course we're also on the TikTok at DBL Nicks. At DBL Nicks, DBL Nicks, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Money, 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 money. Yeah. Let's return to the lobby. And of course, if you want to take advantage of an amazing offer, you got the Discord that you're going to want to check out. You know what I mean, DBL Moms? You know what I'm talking about, DBL Moms. Let's take a look at a couple of the stonks real quick. Let me take a look at ATRA one more time. ATRA, I'm going to keep an eye on this stock. there was an insider buying on it, ATRA, insider buying. Okay, right over here. You could see it right here, right over there. Insider buying. The insider bought at $5.08, so it's kind of way higher than where they bought, right? So that's a concern, but it did go quite aggressively up from that point. It's a pharmaceutical company called Atara Biotherapeutics. So that'll be a stock that we'll keep an eye on. HIMS is another stock, HIMS. This has the news with, let me clear this up over here. Let me clear this up. This stock had news with settling a case with Novo Nordisk on the Wegovy style medication. So it's settled with Novo Nordisk. HIMS, HIMS. HIMS settled with Novo Nordisk. And they are allowed to basically, they're going to enter into a deal with the weight loss drug. So that one went up 40%, and this came out in after hours on Friday. So that's an interesting stock. All right. We also have, QURE that ran. Okay, QURE, heavy floated stock, Unicure, right? It's a heavy floated stock, but it did go up 85%. The 9 EMA is very much extended off the volume weighted average. Okay, very extended over the volume weighted average, but it, like I said, it closed really high on Friday, so we're going to keep an eye on it for Monday. All right. It went up 84% in after hours. 84%. All right, quick thing before we wrap up. If you've been watching and you're serious about small caps, don't just sit on the outside trying to piece it together by yourself. We've got a 4-day full access pass for $9.99, and it's full access. You come inside, you see how we actually operate live, how we structure trade ideas, how we map levels, how we think about risk, how we handle momentum. You'll get the next day early watch list, which almost always has 1, 2, 3, or 4 parabolic runners. Okay, almost always. Okay, you'll see the 24/7 market news flow, which we're showing to you right now. We're showing it to you. All right, the entire stock market at your fingertips, the news for it, and of course, we also have search features so that you could specifically search the specific stocks that you're interested in, so you could see the news and you could see the filings and everything else. We have the pre-market scanners, regular hour scanners, after hour scanners, okay, with float, volume, and catalyst context built right into the scanner. And you'll see our ticker tape scanner, which is specifically designed to search for parabolic runners, right? That's what it's designed for before they actually run, okay? This isn't noise, it's structure, okay? If that's how you want to approach this market, grab the 4-day pass, come see it live. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment. And when you come in, let us know that you saw it on the stream. All right, let us know. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at Coach Dick Money. At Coach Dick Money, and set the notifications on so that you never miss the Microcap Morning Show with my illustrious co-host DBL Nix and my current co-host, the Serengeti specialist herself, Unleashed, the huntress of all parabolic stocks, the bushy-tail Serengeti ABCD parabolic search hound, the one, the only, DBL Moms. I'm telling you, secret weapon. And don't get her mad because she'll pull out the chancleta. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. All right? So let us know about that. Indelibles, I call y'all indelibles because I want you to leave your mark. And I want you to be inspirational to others. And I want you to achieve and succeed and win. I hope you learned a lot from today's session. This is an extra long session. I wanted to do this to give back to you, help you all out. Okay? And you know, I think this was good. I think I might do this in a regular rotation if you like it. Share it up. Let me see you guys share the stream. And if you share it up and I see that there's interest in it, I might do it again and again and again and again. Why not? Why not? Indelibles. I call you indelibles because I want you to leave your mark. I want you to leave an unerasable mark, a.k.a. indelible. Indelible, baby. All right. Go ahead and have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your weekend. God bless y'all. Have a great time. I want you to be greenable on Monday and have a fantastic weekend.